Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all on this Tuesday? I'm doing quite well, mostly because I got a bunch of spicy chicken wings from Publix, and I ate some for lunch, I ate some for dinner, I'm gonna be eating some during this stream, and probably tomorrow. They're very good. I'm also currently adjusting my hair so that it goes underneath my headphones and they're not hanging down in my face or being held down there by my headphones. Now there were some comments in the chat that are gone now because they were from earlier on, but Tenryu remarked on how I have a job and yet I'm an anime YouTuber. Those two things are incompatible. Do you forget Griever has a job? More of a job than I do, at least. And Neve said, job? Ooh. Koji said, imagine having a job. Can't relate since I'm depressed since I didn't finish my puzzle toys years ago. I don't think they'll, I don't think they accept that as a reasoning, like on a fucking resume. Like, you can't find the will to put out your resume because you never finished some puzzle toys. Can't you just finish them, or did they get thrown out? Koji says waiting for Big Misc to appear and promote Misc's job out of the blue on stream, as if I would have my parents on here. And as if I would promote a place where you can find my actual real full name and location and appearance. Neve says ominous figure 1982. Very true. On this Wednesday morning, it's bland. That's what it's like living in Scotland. Senator says you're on the job. I think you mean U apostrophe R-E on the job. Kind of. I'll get into it a little later. Anyway, 5 viewers, only 4 likes. Not bad. But I think we can do better. Don't you? I certainly do. Oh, now we are. Well, that was easy. Muy bien. I'm gonna hop in the VC. What's going on in Rant and Serious? Anything super serious? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I was getting jumped. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. Trying to defuse the situation here. I would prefer to not spawn another fucking bozo. No, he says job test. Griever says working class stiff. Yeah. Well, actually, not quite. I feel like, I guess this is kind of upper working class. I mean, really, anyone could. Not quite. Not quite, because it's something you need to be in college for, and if people are too poor, they're too working class, you know, lower working class, they can't afford it. Especially these days, in this economy, oh ho 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 ho. Koji says, Misc, I've been practicing on my villain speech. What does that mean? Yes, Neve, Rant and Serious is becoming a circus. Oh, fuck. Let's hop at Stream VC, shall we? I understand, I goddamn, Hello? My fucking... Oh, is this because people made alterations to the VC?
You good there?
Yeah, hold on. I need to go fix the fucking Discord plugin thing.
Oh dear.
Discord, voice, chat, plugin. Stream kit overlay. I have it for OBS, motherfucker. This is fucking bullshit.
I had a rat and serious is the funniest thing ever. Except when it's not.
That was a good call on his part.
Yes, we had a bot hop into the stream for a second.
Yeah, that happens fairly often. Wait,
And this
hold
time-
on.
However, this time I had a Russian name.
Yeah, they're always from various different places. Oh, oh,
No variety, wow.
oh, oh.
Shame.
Copy.
And paste.
No, you motherfuckers. No, that's not it. God damn it. You dumb motherfuckers. Server. Miscord. Yes. Oh, voice widget. Oh. Did it change it now? No, it didn't. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There we go. We're good now. Alright, all's good in the world. Sunnyader says I got it all wrong. Koji says he's been practicing for theater club. You have a theater club at your college? That's nice. Foost says
You
Sussy
do?
Baka, laughing so hard I'm crying emoji, thumbs up. Very nice. Koji says Sussy. Sunnyader says Solomon, do you think Solomon will survive? Fuck no.
He might. I feel like it's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but not a particularly high one, because he's in a fight involving Ryan and 2 other assassins, and also he's just a side guy.
No, well, Solomon's sort of there, have punches on the side while Eddie wipes everyone else out, and then they walk home together.
Koji
And
says
go
I was
get,
gonna say stuff on
Morgan.
Rant and Serious, but since there's stuff happening there, I'm gonna wait. Okay.
Sounds concerning. Like the unfunny kind of rant and serious.
This is such a fucking 180, Jesus. Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, no, Mendoza.
No, not that. This
No?
turned my gas into plasma. This shit ain't just hot. I feel like whenever the server sees someone that says something they don't like, just everyone fucking dogpiles onto them.
Oh, we absolutely do.
Don't jinx it. Okay. How about okay.
So yeah, what was this a job you're getting, huh? Several people are typing. Jesus, fuck. Yeah. Who goes there? Oh, hi, Beaver.
Griever.
What's up, what's up?
Not much. Alright, chat people, how loud are the people in VC? Because I was informed that from the Jujutsu video the other day, they were kind of quiet. Here, I turned up the volume a little bit.
Yeah, upon rewatch, I just found it kind of quiet. Like I had to max out my headphone volume just to be able to make out even you. Like
Oh.
your audio wasn't very loud either. I didn't find, but maybe it was me.
What does this? Ah, fucking hell, Rand Serious is...
Rand and
It's
Serious
too
is kind of
much.
funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I prefer when
I
Rand
agree with you,
is...
man.
You do?
I agree. No. I agree completely with you. What you just said before I joined, because I was listening to the thing, and what you said is like the moment somebody says anything controversial, even if it's not really that bad or that bozo, everybody dogpiles now. Like, do we have another bozo? Do we have?
You're all too eager. You're trying to create a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that what
The
Solo
thing
did?
about
Yeah.
all of them is they were all people that were just fucking... Like, listen, we have people on here that have bad takes. We have people on here that you could even consider to be toxic, but they kind of keep it under wraps. When you start fucking dogpiling onto someone and you make them feel unwelcome, they're gonna be more prone to doing bozo shit.
What's kind of funny, just to add to the hot take, just to add to the drama, I don't like the statement that Otto made in Rant and Serious and the whole thing going is not something that I completely disagree with. The moment I see like a dude walking around, a fat dude with like the Buddha tank top and pink hair color, I don't take that dude as seriously as like Terry Crews. That's a fact. I just don't. But it's got nothing to do with me is the point. So just to bring some oil to that fire, I'm like, I think what he's sort of going for a little bit, but I think he's going about it a little like, well, my opinion matters, sort of. So like, all right, you know, they don't really care. You know, I think it was Peter who pointed out. They don't really care.
Oh yeah,
what you're,
it's
you know.
What the fuck did he say? It's it's ugly unless you're a girl who's 6.5 out of 10. That's the sussiest part of that. That's the one part where I'm kind of like,
Yeah. Not that he doesn't. Not that he says like neon or non-natural hair color is ugly. He's allowed. Everyone's allowed to have that opinion. What's ugly and what's not to their preference. That's totally valid. But the fact that he's making a stipulation about you have to be an objective out of 10 number plus a certain gender to do it, that's where it gets, as you said, really...
That's a little... That gives me some vibes of some people we've had on here. Anyway, like, 10 and 10. Nice. I didn't expect to get a ton of viewers on the stream, so hitting double digits is nice.
That's right. Like, if I see an NFL player with pink dreadlocks, I'm going to be like, listen, he can still kick the shit out of me, but I'm like, why do you have pink dreadlocks? Just curious, just want to know. What were you going for?
Just want to
know. Yeah. It's not exactly my choice. I wouldn't do it to myself, but, you know, all right. Got really nothing to do with me at the end of the day.
So, in terms of stream title topics, which will take, like, maybe 5 minutes to talk about, and then the chilling part. I started college. Well, I technically started college last week. Again, like, my new semester started on Wednesday, but my first class didn't start until yesterday. I have kind of a strange schedule. I have 5 classes this semester. One of them started yesterday. 3 of them don't start until the 24th of this month, and then the last one, which is only 8 weeks, doesn't start until, like, halfway through March. So these first couple weeks I don't have much to do. However, this first class that I've had starting is my first in-person college class. Last year all of my classes were online. The only class that I had like an actual class time for was through Zoom calls. So this was my first time kind of going to my college, sitting down in a classroom. It's the first time I've sat down in a classroom for something that wasn't a proctored exam in almost 2 years, which is kind of nuts. Now, this was also the first time that I have driven to school by myself. I had to drive on the highway by myself, oh my god. I drove home at like 9 o'clock at night by myself, and it was cool, it was fine, which is nice. I I feel much more comfortable with doing that now, just kind of driving around in general. It feels like no big deal, at least when it's places that I'm familiar with going, because I had the realization that driving anywhere that you drive regularly is literally just remembering specific movements. You just remember various inputs, and then you get there just fine, as long as no dumb fuck is on his phone or something. So that was neat. That was cool. It's kind of interesting being back to an in-person class again. We'll see how this turns out. As for the second thing...
What did not turn out?
Yeah. As for the second thing, I kind of have a job now. I'm not an employee. I'm a private contractor. I signed up for this online tutoring thing to become a tutor for basically anyone in grade school. I decided to specify that I would tutor people in middle and high school, and I was accepted into that. So now, anytime that anyone on this website that I signed up on, which is, you know, a legitimate, prestigious website, it was recommended through this program I signed up for in like sophomore year. If they see my name, they're able to ask to schedule a tutoring session with me. I'm able to accept it. I'm paid $25 for 30 minutes and $45 for an hour. So if at any point someone decides to do that, I'm making money. So I kind of have a job now. It's not a 9 to 5. It's not like a full-time thing. It's online. I'm able to do it from the comfort of my own house. But I kind of am employed now. Well,
Hey,
no, I'm not
25.
employed. I'm contracted. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, contracted, yeah.
Because you know, if any business wants to have people that works for them, but they don't want to give them any kind of benefits, you say, you're not an employee, you're a private contractor. Which does sound fancier than employee. So I guess you guys can all say I'm a private contractor now.
Not going to, because that's too many words.
Oh well.
That's a very fancy way of calling yourself a tutor.
Yeah. Well, gotta do something to feel good about myself.
There you go. Go get a haircut.
I
Maybe
did get a
that'll help.
haircut the other day.
There you go. There you go.
How long is your hair, Miss?
I don't know, it's like a few inches. All I did when I got the haircut the other day was just kind of get the back trimmed, because the back was getting too crazy. No matter what I could do, I could never get it to, like, stay down or anything. And Clover likes my longer hair. So sort of the compromise was, just trimming the back, but, like, leaving the top, like, more so the front kind of longer. So I still have that.
Yeah, so, you know, Corey's in chat asking if you, can tutor him. Do you think you can do that, Misc?
Well, what do you need to be tutored in? Essays? I'm not doing writing tutoring. I'm doing tutoring for English and social studies. Oh, how convenient. I just said that before Watermellow's comment even went through. That was literally perfect timing.
Love it when that happens.
Sun Eater, I actually watched Maz's video the other day. It's pretty good. Justin said we are in the in-person college arc of the Misc anime. Yeah, the Misc slice of life. It would be quite boring. You know how people joke about how slice of life animes is just watching people do menial shit for 300 episodes? That would be the Misc anime.
I mean, hey, it's entertaining stuff.
Yeah. Other than that, I got some spicy chicken wings today. I have some right here, and I also recorded like a fucking hour-and-a-half long video talking about the Boxer, which was probably the most fun I've had doing any rambling video. So that was nice. Finally got to talk about the
watched
series.
that one.
You did?
I said I might actually watch that one.
Okay, just
Oh,
know I
yeah,
have a
of course.
spoiler warning for a certain section, so you're gonna want to stop whenever you get to that.
Shit, I got me.
Don't worry, that's one of the few times I've done like a whole, it was like a minute-long spoiler warning, like, get the fuck out of here, go, get out. 12 viewers and only 10 likes. Something about that doesn't seem right.
Oh shit. I forgot to go to the stream and like Misc.
How dare you? We're gonna put you in court trial.
How dare you? You should. Oh wait, I'm not gonna go for that.
Not while you're on stream.
You should, you know,
follow your
lose
life
all your
now.
items in Minecraft.
Yeah. 13 viewers now, and only 10 likes. What's going on there? 14, holy shit, we're climbing. We're going up. It's gonna crash
I
any
did that
second
for
now.
real. Shut up. I'm about to leave in a second.
Damn.
I'm gonna be able to buy Misc a new chair.
Wow, no, I like my chair. I'm not getting one of those fucking spine buster gamer chairs.
Oh yeah, the perfect stuff for sitting around all day in.
Yeah, you know, like every fucking digital artist streamer, the foolish ones buy the $1,000 gaming chairs, the ones that look like a fucking spaceship or something. Those will grind your spinal column into dust. Get a normal office
Especially
chair.
with that, like, neck
Get a
belt and shit.
normal ass office chair. Swivel chair, I can spin around if I so please, but I don't want to because I would probably rip my laptop off of my fucking desk because I have my headphones plugged in. But I can move around. Woo! I can go grab my chicken wings. I have them now.
Just imagine some dude eating chicken wings, spinning around in a fucking chair.
In his room. Real hermit shit.
Not in the middle of the road? Wow. Shame.
Yeah, as opposed to eating chicken wings in the middle of the road. That's some real somewhere
No,
energy. I don't know
On the
where
road, no,
exactly, but somewhere.
Unfortunately, this one has a father and a mother, so.
What type of place do you find people eating chicken wings in the middle of the road?
Nevada.
I assume the United States.
It's somewhere in the United States, but I'm trying to think of what state or region. Actually,
Probably,
probably
like,
Florida.
fucking
Yeah.
What about Michigan?
Maybe Michigan. Going for Michigan if you've never done this before.
People in Jersey are crazy, bro. Up north, like, you see shit, and then you just don't bat an eye. It's fucking
Jersey
normal there.
is probably the Florida of the Northeast. No one wants to go to New Jersey.
and New York sometimes.
Nobody wants to go to New Jersey.
Hold on, what was that?
I like it there sometimes. Don't make fun of me and my northern.
Every country has a few places, and America has a few states where just like no one really wants to go there. What?
I like Jersey sometimes.
What am I reading right now?
Where?
I'm ranting here.
Oh.
I was just hit with fucking mental pain. I just experienced a mild sharp pain in my fucking skull.
I
From
cast
what?
Mind Slipper on you.
I've been hit with fucking
What part
mind
of the
sliver. I'm getting
conversation?
hit with that psychic damage right now. This is what rant and serious does to me. When I'm not talking about my own personal issues that aren't really my issues.
I remember, what was it? Otto said, I don't like this hair color, and then y'all went on a whole fucking tirade about
Oh, you mean
not
that thing that
fucking-
happened 20 minutes ago?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
was,
think we remember it too.
Yeah.
No,
he
never
just
heard of
said
it.
He didn't like the hair color.
Let's see, I'm
like,
trying to
what
see
the
if I can
fuck?
figure out how to eat these fucking two-piece wings the way my
Like-
dad does.
I don't like this color hair. Actually, it's not good to make fun of you motherfuckers. Holy shit, chill.
Yeah, we started jumping them.
Yeah, y'all need to chill.
You are too hasty to
Like
try
how
and get
bad
in
it was
Bozo.
until we started doing it. I mean, until Misc had said something about it.
I think I bullied like a few of y'all too much. Y'all expect everything like that. It's like, oh no, he's gonna go for the jugular.
I hope the
It's
sound of
not
me
sick,
chewing
right?
isn't too loud. People watching the
Allergies
stream.
fucked me up, homie. I got my COVID shot though. So,
Very good. How does your arm feel?
Oh, I got my COVID shot and I still.
I feel like there's a hole in my arm.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
hate
boy,
shots.
another one.
Ooh.
I'm scared of I'm scared
Ew.
that the nurse or whoever will just push the whole needle through my arm.
It's not how that works.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't care. It's a fear. Like some
Nah,
people
bro.
are scared of fucking
Good job, Nede.
naked monkeys chasing them in the middle of the night, but that doesn't happen to everybody.
That's
Nah, bro,
oddly
my guy was a
specific. Aren't most
professional.
isn't like any primate naked? Like we're the only ones that make clothes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they have hair. Like, what if it was
Yeah, but it's not clothes. You're still naked if you're hairy. You think that means hairy
Well,
guys can walk
technically,
around without
wearing
clothes and not
clothes is
be
like
charged with
putting
public
on
nudity?
hair. Wearing clothes is like putting on artificial hair, so you know.
Yeah, but it's still
I'm pretty
fucking
sure-
clothes. It's still an addition to what you have on. You don't have your fucking genitals hanging out everywhere.
Or I don't. It says who?
I mean, if someone has thick enough hair down there, they could probably, you know, sneak
That's
around
not how that
outside.
fucking works.
You know, nobody's
Reminds
gonna
me of
see
that
it.
One, reminds me of that one dude who like got a haircut, right? And it was like, you know how when you lay down grass, Like,
Yeah, like when you
get
put
new
down
grass,
sod.
then you lay it down. Yeah, that's basically what that dude's haircut was like. It's fucking hard to explain.
Corey, why are you typing silkworms and sheep? Yes, we use their bodily products
The
to
guy that
make
gave me my
clothes for
shot was a
ourselves.
professional. He put in
I
the
mean,
shot and then gave me a kiss on the
cotton.
lips, and then I left.
Oh, that's very
There's a lot
nice.
of-
What?
Did you have to pay for
Hi,
that?
man.
I know if COVID shots are free, did you have to pay extra for the kiss on the lips?
Oh no, bro. That guy was a kind man. He wouldn't do such
Yeah,
thing.
very nice. A
Yeah,
Christ-like figure. Listen, my cousin is I think, phlebotomist? She's someone that, like, you know, when you go to the hospital and you get blood taken, she's the person that does that. And she's so good at it that whenever she needs blood work done, she just does it herself.
No way.
Bro,
She's the only person that can give her mom blood work and not leave a bruise on her arm.
Right.
I have a bunch of fucking freaks in my family.
what are
The
other ones?
Polish are
What
strong.
special skills do they have?
They're of Polish descent. That's their special trait.
Right, Polish versus
Wow.
Filipinos
Poland
versus
is
Jamaicans.
strong. Oh, I lost a sub. Shit. That's
What?
lame.
Jamaicans
Probably
have the
my
ability to speak incoherently English.
Mm.
I think
I've
that's
never
called
been
an
able to
accent.
understand a Jamaican person before.
Hey, you mean that place Polish? You mean that place Poland that keeps getting taken over in every war?
Yeah, but that's
But
not
they're
their
strong
fault. They're a
when they
small
lose.
country.
They're very strong losers.
Don't forget resistance movements and such.
Hold
Ah,
on,
yeah.
let me see. Poland
Dude,
is
my grandmother's, I think, dad and uncles were active members of the Polish resistance. They fucking rode around on horseback and shot Nazis.
base.
Fucking based.
That sounds like a really fun afternoon.
Yeah, remember, everyone's like, ah ha ha, yes, the French surrender. Does no one remember France, like, prior to the World Wars, where they, like, fucking almost took over Europe? Or the fact that they always have, like, absurd resistance movements anytime they get taken over? Because the French,
no one-
the
No
French,
one really remembers that.
no
part.
one remembers that part. Remember, kids, France's national pastime is rebelling against the government. So whenever another government takes over their country, they do, like, twice as good of a job.
Look, people like to make fun of things, never appraise other things.
Polish are strong unless you're
Just how
Germany or
we-
Russia. Yeah, remember, Blitzkrieg, the Germans had fucking planes and tanks against horseback soldiers. And then Russia just showed up after kicking out Germany and was like, hello, you are now under new management.
Like, you know, horseback versus tank, that's like, actually, would a horse be faster than a tank?
Yes.
Yes, but a horse is
Ah.
not as durable and does not possess as much.
Look, it's sure to win because its speed is superior.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Corey,
That
I
is
have a
correct.
question for you. What is your native language? Like, what's your first language?
Oh, you're having a work uni. Interesting.
Corey's queries.
A horse can apparently go at least 20 kilometers an hour faster than the fastest tank of today.
Wow, yeah,
Apparently.
not surprising. However, horse is a living thing, while a tank is not. So.
True.
Also, I'm pretty sure if
I
I
mean-
shoot a horse in the head, it'll just die, whereas a tank
Yeah.
doesn't have a head.
But can those things drift? I mean, when you think about it, those tanks aren't like Mario Kart. You can't just fucking turn those things on a dime. You'll flip the fucking thing. At least a horse, bang to the right, and that thing's fucking gone.
Yeah, like the horse, right? Thing is,
Right?
because the tank is not living, you can't encourage it to make it do better. You can encourage a horse to do better, though, right?
Right, of course. Jesus.
A tank can't win because there's no point in living if you can't feel alive.
can't
There you
inject
go.
the tank with steroids.
You can't
It's
give
not-
the
Yeah, that
tank fucking horse
The
steroids.
horse is
Whereas
simply
horses conveniently can receive horse steroids.
better. Exactly.
We're all bozos on the inside. Very deep.
The horse can
Yeah,
be your
I
vehicle
agree.
and your lover.
I've almost been bozo
Whoa.
like 7 times.
I mean, that's dual wielding right there. I think the
Okay.
horse just wins.
Yeah, it does. So what can beat a horse, though?
Good question.
Oh yeah, a plane.
A
I thought
loud
the plane beat this.
noise.
True. You motherfuckers don't like that one.
Horses.
What should we talk about now? Anything you
Horses.
guys have going on of particular interest?
Besides earlier today, not really.
What did you have going on earlier today?
I broke up with my
Oh, right, that.
girlfriend.
Oh, that happened.
I forgot
You're
about
doing
that.
relatively okay?
Yeah, it went okay. It's mostly my fault why it happened, though. But you know.
Well, it's not, we're now entering the Misc life advice stream. It's not your fault if you don't feel a connection with someone. It's not like something you made a mistake in or you did something wrong. It's not something that's intentional. So it's not really something where you can like blame yourself for it.
No.
It's like
But
blaming
it just-
yourself for your hair color, or your natural hair
But-
color.
It just means that Rad has a level of empathy and sympathy because it means he's not a sociopath. Because,
Yeah, exactly.
like, regardless, at the end of the day, even if you don't end things on a bitter note where you hate the other person, then you're not gonna have of course you're gonna have negative feelings about breaking up with somebody because the other person is gonna be hurt.
Right, yeah.
And if you
Hmm.
so.
What's another thing? Yeah, just remember, you should always try to prioritize your own happiness. If you are putting yourself in a relationship with someone for the sake of making them happy while making yourself unhappy, that's not gonna work out.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's basically what I've learned. So. I'll
Yeah,
take
so it's
that.
a good lesson to take on board.
Yep.
That's something I just have to work on myself. Cause I guess I was just raised to try and make people happy, regardless of how I feel about it.
That's a bad message to teach your children.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah, I agree.
What good parenting doesn't do to a motherfucker?
True. There are a lot of selfish people that have children out there.
Mm-hmm.
This occurred to me from watching various true crime things recently.
Yeah.
Anybody, any idiot cannot pull out and become a parent.
I know, right?
So, yep.
Anyways,
Let's see, are there any funny things going on right now? We should look up some funny stuff. If you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
can't
Oh,
tell,
yeah.
we are
Oh,
totally winging shit right now.
I'm just here to
That's
to
always-
continue on my point about cheese because I got so much love for that.
Oh
for that.
yes,
Oh.
the cheese
Yeah.
tangent. The
Yeah.
cheese
yes,
tangent.
carry on.
I got so much. No, I totally forget the point of that. I was trying to. That's why I was rewatching the JJK video to drop a like, but then I was trying to see. I was like, okay, I knew that made sense at the time, because it did relate to Gojo, and I remember the character. It's actually from the show called Misfits. That's where the character was from, which was kind of popular actually at the time. But I was trying to think because because you said something, Misc, about Gojo in Infinity, and I just remember going on. I just remember the whole like, yeah, but there's usually what I was trying to point out is that there's usually a way around it. Like for example, as I said, the point was there was a guy with a cheese ability who could turn the calcium in your bloodstream to cheese. So Buddy's immortal, turns his blood to cheese. At the end of the day, Buddy's still immortal. He's still alive, but he can't do anything because all his blood has now turned to cheese, and he's just laying there like a rag doll.
But
He's alive.
you were an immortal now.
He can't do anything because he can't die, right?
Right.
And he's not dead. So it was like, all right, now it's a stalemate.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a stalemate. He beat the immortal guy.
This is amusing to me because I meant more so Gojo can do anything, but not the stuff he wants in more of a metaphorical way.
Yeah.
True.
Although,
But I think there was something I will rewatch it because there was something that you said that just triggered that idea about the like as a funny point. But anyways, what's that?
He has everything, but he can't do anything.
Right.
Yeah, like you reminded
That was
me
it.
because like Gojo's infinity just creates infinite distance. Like because of x-axis just sort of like going there
if x-axis
instantly.
just deletes everything infinitely outward from itself, then that would probably go through infinity.
Yeah, we have found one character that can
I've
beat
also theorized
lot
that
of characters
characters
that
that
can
have
beat Gojo.
quote-unquote infinite speed would be able to
Right.
do that. Theoretically, that would
Couldn't
mean that like
Chaos
characters
do
who
it?
can stop time, because infinity makes you
Right.
slower the closer you get to him.
Yeah.
Whereas when time is stopped, you're going infinitely fast.
Right. Like I would argue, like, would you say that the fist that surpasses time from Adam and
That
Zeus
was the
could
one I
that
was
hit?
just thinking about. That one is a possibility,
Yeah.
yeah. Assuming that
I think that would hit Gojo. I
that
think that would hit him.
could, yeah.
Now what if someone went limp against Gojo? I feel like that'd win.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm.
What?
I'm trying. Yeah, going limp just seems to be a fucking martial arts manga thing in general. They all do it. I went
Yeah.
limp to
Oh, yeah.
disperse the impact.
Oh, if
Yeah.
I didn't go limp, my head would have been
Remember that
open.
happened
We were-
in the fight with Yujiro and the old dude?
Yeah,
in
because
that
the old
tournament,
dude's
Chinese
whole
tournament
thing
or whatever?
was he's fucking mastered the technique of going limp to absorb and redirect kinetic energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember we
Right.
talked about this before though, but the idea that like is technically it depends on what you consider hitting Gojo.
Yeah,
You know what
it
I mean?
depends.
Like what about moves like not that Gojo of course has a lot of willpower, but what about Conqueror's Hockey? Like that's not something that's you're not really attack like is that
Yeah, I think
actually would
if
Infinity
something has
activate?
to
You know?
if something
For
has to
Infinity work, I think it
travel
has to
over a
have physical
distance.
mass.
If something has to
Yeah.
travel a distance, if something has a set range, then Infinity is able to negate it.
I suppose, but I think it's more like I always saw Conqueror's Hockey as a way like it's not that Rayleigh, for example, in the Shibuya archipelago, it's not that he couldn't potentially conquer Hockey the whole island. He just didn't need to.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's not. I like to think it's almost like Law's room, like it's a bubble, and they can expand that bubble if they need to. But it's like he just, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn that on, and he clicks his fingers, and boom, it's just boom. This whole area becomes that. Once again, not that Conqueror's Hockey would work on Gojo, but boom, let's say it were to work. Would
Actually,
Infinity
would
act-
Room work on Gojo?
I was just thinking
What?
that as well. Well, because if Room has a range, Gojo's Infinity technically puts him outside of its range. Even if he's literally inside the bubble, he is still infinitely further than the
That makes
bubble
sense.
reaches.
Yeah,
It's like-
that's a weird one because that's saying that if you put Gojo in a domain expansion is basically what Room is.
Yeah,
a
Room is
domain
kind of a
expansion.
domain expansion.
Yeah.
If
Does I
If-
forget, does
if the Opi Opi no Mi was a curse technique rather than a devil fruit power, then yes, it
Right.
would work on him. But then Gojo
think
would
it
just
would.
be able to use his own domain, and then he would win.
Right. But
I like how
I
I like how almost every argument about whether or not a character can beat Gojo goes strictly down to can they hit Gojo and get through infinity, and then we just completely forget about all his other moves, because then we've
Yeah.
seen, what is it, 2 out of his 3 fights are situations in which, oh, they figured out a way to hit Gojo. What does he do now? Oh, he just dodges.
And then, like, Gojo's, yeah, and he's still strong. It's like, if you somehow get a gun that can shoot Gojo, you know, like, he can still, like, you know, dodge out the way properly because he has the blue to fucking zoom everywhere.
It seems like the reason Gojo is the strongest is because for most people he is literally untouchable, and for everyone else, all of his techniques are basically one-hit kills, and because he has 6 eyes and reverse curse technique, he can pretty much just fight forever.
Yeah.
It's like Aizen. He's not the strongest because of his technique. He's also just the strongest.
Right,
Yeah.
hey,
That's
Justin.
true.
But Gojo has like every potential benefit stacked on top of himself. That's
And
why he's
not-
top of the
not to-
verse.
Not to spoil anything though, but I think Gojo would put those away.
Gojo
Oh, he
would
would.
put those away, quite possibly.
I think that's a possibility.
It's a possibility, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, Gaolang versus Gojo. Gaolang wins because he's Gaolang. Woo.
Oh.
No, Kaido wins because 1v1 Kaido wins, remember?
Yo,
Oh,
right,
yeah,
yeah,
of course,
always bet
yeah.
on Kaido.
Always bet on Kaido.
He went-
I love how
Dude.
people took that as fact, but if you actually read the translation, it is said. So it's not like everyone uses
It's
that
hearsay. It's just like a
Right.
fucking rumor.
and it's in universe. So many people, when they make that argument that Kaido's the strongest when people do power scaling and stuff, they use it as though Oda said it in an SBS. He never said that. It was in the manga, and it was subjective by the people. You know, you
Yeah.
also couldn't break out of Impel Down, according to the manga. You know,
Yeah, Zero
guess
Gojo
what?
has a perfect kit.
Yeah.
like, so
Got it.
Would you mind control Gojo?
Who can?
Like, hypothetically, if you use a genjutsu on Gojo, would it work?
Good question.
Probably.
Does a genjutsu
I-
have to travel a distance? Here's the thing. If you use optical powers, how do people see things? It's light traveling into their eyes.
yeah.
Also,
Well,
Gojo
you
wears
could
a
argue-
fucking
How
blindfold
does
most of the time.
Gojo-
He wears a blindfold
How does
most of the
Gojo-
time.
How does
Well, like,
Gojo
here's the thing.
see shit?
Gojo's
It's
able to
actually
see
good-
because the 6 eyes are apparently so fucking strong that I think he wears them just so that he doesn't, like, have a headache all the time.
Yeah. Like, if I remember correctly, like, the only person who could maybe put Gojo in a genjutsu would be Itachi, who can
Yeah.
Because
finger
Itachi is
genjutsu.
basically so busted that they had to kill him off.
Yeah, he
Why?
points at people, and then they get trapped in the illusion.
Yeah.
However, like,
I don't think
we
Kaido is-
learned that he had his weird fucking fire thing. I forget what it's called, but Amaterasu, that's it. Like, yeah, Amaterasu so as to like travel, even if it's like the speed of sight, which is a speed apparently.
What is the
Yeah.
speed of sight? Wouldn't that just be the speed of light?
Yeah,
Probably.
it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
just the speed of light.
it's hard to quantify that because when you think about it, it's like when do you want to start talking actual distance? Like because by that logic, if a genjutsu would work, I would argue that Koikatsu Getsu would work. You know, because does that travel a distance? You could argue it does. You could also argue it doesn't. It could
Yeah, like,
just
that's
be,
not,
Also, that,
you know,
also, that activates when Gojo sees Aizen in the final war.
right. It's
So
actually Gojo looking at Aizen, which would activate it, not
Yeah.
not Aizen traveling it. There's no distance traveled. Gojo puts him. Enemies put themselves in that situation, so I would argue Koikatsui Getsu would work.
Like, yeah, because that's just it just activates. It's not anything that has to like travel
speed
via the
feat.
power system.
Yeah. There's no-
Also, I think
yeah.
what's his name? Okayasu could probably be like
Oh yeah, the hand,
My
but it just
best
erases to it. Yeah, you're right.
Can you? But he would be erasing a certain amount of space, and it's an infinite.
Oh,
space. So,
you're right.
there you go.
Also, also any
All
ability that
of
can
you.
manipulate reality could beat Gojo.
Maybe, possibly, if it's like a warp
Yeah.
distance thing, you maybe could. Most
Or
of
you
the
could just
things
say,
that
like,
we
I
know
imagine you-
explicitly beat Gojo are just things in universe that are part of the power system.
Right. Like Eraserhead, for example, from My Hero Academia. There's another optical thing. If he looked at Gojo, would that stop the 6 eyes?
You know, it's
As long
success
as he
where
kept-
work.
I think
Well,
I think
I-
stuff like that would still work because characters can still see Gojo. If the Infinity worked on like light, you wouldn't see Gojo. He'd just be like there'd just be a blank
That's true. That is true.
area.
Actually,
So light
hold on, yeah.
obviously gets through because light isn't like a
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
because, well, the thing is, Gojo's Infinity is at a point where it's able to prioritize things that are dangerous and things that aren't dangerous. So it would be up to whether or not his technique is able to recognize when something is an attack and when it's not. If it's like fucking eye powers.
Oh yeah, Griever, that reminds me, when you mentioned Eraserhead,
Yeah.
erasing the 6 eyes,
Mm-hmm.
he can't do that if I recall correctly, because I believe that it was stated somewhere that he can erase things that are part of the physical form.
yeah.
Wait,
Like he
what?
could probably erase the
Mutant-
like he could erase the Infinity, yes, but not the 6
Wait,
eyes.
what the
I
fuck
believe.
did Corey
maybe-
say
yeah,
7
okay,
minutes
sorry.
ago? Going limp to disperse the kinetic impact?
Yeah.
For real? How absurd.
possible.
Wait, what about Drunk Driver Survivor Rate?
Well, that's escalation.
That was like a straight up fucking 90-degree turn out of nowhere. That's like me
Yeah,
turning
it-
into the fucking street my college is on.
Yeah, it's like a drunk driver,
Drivers
you know.
survive car crashes because they go limp and disperse the kinetic energy.
Oh yeah, fun fact, the first time I drove to my college, which was like back in August, just because I didn't realize my class was going to be all online, I almost flipped my car over.
Why? What
Because we
happened?
realized the turn was right there, and I was still going really fast, so I like fucking slowed down really quickly and turned around as I was already passing by the turn.
On a quick,
Why would you do that?
Cause I didn't want to, cause I'm an idiot, that's why, because I'm fucking stupid.
on a quick Wikipedia search, Neve, there's nothing under Eraserhead's quirk that states that that's one of the drawbacks. But
Oh, is
It,
that?
it's stated
it
in,
might, but it
there's
still
like a
might be.
panel.
I don't remember, but you could be right.
There's a
Maybe.
panel like saying just
I'm
showing it or
90%
something.
sure
Like
that.
there was a little like doodle or whatever diagram with the dude with like a tail. It either I think it's like it either disables the appendage or whatever, or it like fucks up and then you can't have control over it. But that's only with things like extra appendages. Like
Well, cause yeah,
tails.
that's the specification for quirks that aren't something you can just turn off. Like, this is
Yeah.
part
I
of my
mean,
fucking
except
body,
for-
what do you
yeah,
mean
there's
turn
like
it
the
off?
Frog Girl's quirk, like you can't, or what's her fucking name, Mirko? You can't make her like legs less strong by looking at her. I don't think that's how that works. But that's the whole thing.
yeah.
With the quirk.
It'd make me short.
You would probably just
The
fuck with her
control.
coordination, so she's not really able to use it effectively.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's also, I mean, like we're also, of course, not including gods of universes or anything like that. Like they have to be actual, you know, because by that logic, you have Ryuk from Death Note. He just writes Gojo's name in the Death Note. But
That
Gojo
would
ain't gonna do
work.
shit.
That would
that would
work.
work.
It worked.
That would work, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's
Kill
a
a
type
lot
of
people.
a power that would work on Gojo, a power that does ignore the Infinity, are hacks powers that are just like, oh, this happens. It doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with distance or anything. It just happens.
Yeah.
Or if you have the
Like,
ability to just say,
When
oh,
beat
Gojo, your
your
Infinity
ability has to
doesn't work
ignore
anymore.
distance.
Yeah, like, yeah, because actually there is one thing. There's two ways I can actually see Inuyasha could actually beat the Infinity anyways. Maybe not the, because he's got the Red Tetsaiga, which breaks any barrier, any defensive ability, regardless. It's just, it doesn't matter. You cannot block the Red Tetsaiga. So it doesn't cut you. This is the drawback. It won't cut into you, but it will cut anything standing in the way between you and your target, no matter what type of shield.
Does
it
that
is.
include
So,
space? Because Gojo's barrier is
well,
technically just big
then,
space.
Then we have the Mado Zangetsu hop, which is
Uh-huh.
his final technique, which literally opens infinite space.
Well, there you go. That would work.
So that works. so even if you would argue that the infinity is not a barrier or shield, then you just have the Mado Zangetsu. So whether you would beat him or not, I don't know. But yeah, Inuyasha got pretty broken near the end of the series.
Like any good shonen, getting pretty
Like
broken
any
by
good,
the
yeah.
fucking end of the series.
That's
Uh,
right.
Let's see, what was something I was thinking about? Oh, Griever, did you hear that apparently in the KOTOR remake, allegedly, according to like a rumor, they're going to be more in towards the direction of, I think, like, God of War combat?
Really?
Yeah, because I know, I was on Twitter when I saw KOTOR was trending. People are very divided on whether or not they like this. Because there are a lot of people that are like, no, you can't get rid of my old turn-based combat. I liked it. It's part of what defined KOTOR. Then you have another section of people that are like, I fucking love KOTOR, but the combat has aged horribly. It's the weakest part of the game.
What do you think?
I
You're
think
on
the
that
combats
bridge.
are alright. I don't really play KOTOR for the combat.
I replayed
Where can
KOTOR,
you play it?
I think 2 years ago on stream or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've seen
And-
some of that.
And that was the original
Yeah.
with only cosmetic mods, no upgrades, and that was I remember it having a lot of fun. And KOTOR 2 had improvements.
Yeah,
over
KOTOR
that,
2 has a much better combat
Yeah.
system, even though
So
it's essentially the same.
It's still the same system. It just got more detailed. It got stripped down and they enhanced it. It's, in many ways. So honestly, I can see it both ways. It's sort of like when Darksiders changed it up, and what was the other series? Final Fantasy changed it up for Final Fantasy 15, and I was very weary about real-time action instead of turn-based action for a Final Fantasy game. And I love that game. I love the combat. It was
play free.
great. So
Why, hello.
Play
I
free, welcome.
if they do it correctly, how's that? If they changed
Yeah,
it,
I
they
feel
already
like-
changed it for Dragon Age.
What game are you talking
We're talking about the KOTOR remake. There's a rumor that they're going to be
Oh, yeah.
changing the combat system to be more like God of War. I'm assuming they mean the
Yeah.
old-fashioned God of Wars, unless they mean the new one. Either
Well,
way, it's still a big
remember-
change to the system.
Well, you played Dragon's Age, didn't you?
I haven't. No.
Oh, well, that's if you love Star Wars KOTOR, you're gonna love this. BioWare at its finest. Anyways, they had a very similar system for the first one as the KOTOR games. Okay.
Hmm.
By the second one, it was a little more action-oriented, action RPG. And then by the third one, it was more adventure action RPG. And it evolved combat slowly, but it's still great and it still feels BioWare-y. It still feels that flavor. So I think that they can do it right. There's no point in judging it until we've played it.
Yeah. I just kind of want to see what happens. I know there are a lot of people that are already betting on the remake failing just because they don't like Disney and they don't like a lot of new Star Wars stuff. And I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Holy shit.
If they don't fuck with the story, then
Listen,
how
if
could
they
it be
just keep Obsidian's masterpiece as Obsidian's masterpiece, then yeah, it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
as in don't remake. Remake KOTOR 2 maybe, but wait so that we can see how you do with KOTOR 1.
That's right. Like, all they gotta do, and if they do remake KOTOR 2, of course, let them finish the fucking game for a change.
Yeah. Instead of like with fucking the Demon Souls remake. Although there were, it would have been really weird if they included the 6th Archstone in the Demon Souls remake, because they would have had to like get content from them that was never finished. They would have to like fucking ask the development team what kind of stuff they were working on. They would have to take creative liberties. Why are there so many more bots in here now? What the fuck?
Oh,
They're all spamming shit.
They love us.
At least it's not the sex whatever bot that was in here a few months ago. Though that
Ooh,
was hilarious.
Sounds like a great bot.
It was hilarious. It showed up in like 2 or 3 streams. It was great. It was a fucking blast. Yeah, I
Was a
just
time.
my only wonder is, are they going to be changing this remake to fit into Disney canon, or is it just, yeah, we're just doing KOTOR with a new engine and gameplay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this a remake like they redid Final Fantasy VII, which I've very much enjoyed, the very limited amount I played, and that wasn't even my favorite game. I'm a Final Fantasy VIII guy, but
Yeah.
like when they remake these things, when it's not just a port with HD graphics,
Right.
or an
Well, that's just a remaster, not a remake.
Right. You have to worry about when they use the term remake. What are they remaking? What are they changing? That's
Well,
the thing.
actually,
Souls
the
one
difference
is
between
weird
a
because-
remake and a remaster is the base is already there and they're just adding to it, while a remake is literally just everything from scratch. So it could be the exact same game, but if they made it from scratch, it's a remake.
The Demon Souls remake is really weird because I'm pretty sure they have the original PS3, like EX3 file, and then they added on another one on top of that for like the new engine and everything. Basically, all of the AI and stuff works exactly the same way, but there's like a new graphical engine and stuff.
Weird.
I mean, it was fun. I like the Demon Souls remake, but that is a little strange.
Yeah.
And as much as I wish we could have gotten the 6th Archstone, that would have involved them taking creative license, and it's a remake, not like fucking FromSoft remaking it and being like, now the completed original vision for Demon Souls. No, there would probably be a lot of issues if they decided to make their own edition.
Fishing.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the KOTOR remake.
I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah,
really am.
I am.
mean,
Now that I have my PS5, I'm totally cool with it. That reminds me, you still need to pre-order Elden Ring.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I,
you
Still need to do that.
ASAP.
Isn't it? It's coming out next month. So
Yeah, it
get
comes
on
out in
that.
about a month and a half. Oh, by the way, my sister's birthday is tomorrow. Everyone wish my sister a happy birthday.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Mr.
Birthday, what do we call her? Like she?
She-Misc, I think that's what we call her.
Achievements. There we go.
Yeah, she Mr.
Her antics lately have just been something else.
Yeah.
It makes me, because I haven't been there for them, it makes me laugh. You see,
Yeah.
You'd laugh harder if you were there.
oh yeah. The part of the reason that I haven't been like super rushing towards starting the gaming videos and stuff, like starting the Demon Souls stuff, is because my PS5 is at my dad's, and there's always people home. There's my big dogs there, so there's like a lot of background noise and stuff already. But then both my dad and my sister live there, and they're always having some kind of argument. My sister's always doing some kind of shit that pisses him off a lot. So there's a lot of yelling. And other than just not being an enjoyable environment, it makes for a really bad recording environment.
Sounds fine.
Yeah, it sounds like a great household.
Yeah, sounds lovely. So I've
I'm
been
looking up.
enjoying
I just
quiet
got
here.
I just got a Nintendo Switch for my birthday from my lovely wife, and I'm looking up games to buy other than, of course, the obvious. I just read a game, Death Road to Canada. I gotta find out what the fuck this game is.
That
Death
sounds
Road
quite
to Canada.
amusing.
sounds-
Thanks for sharing. my
Have I
thoughts,
heard
Paul.
of this?
I've heard
Oh
of
yeah,
Death
I've heard
Road
of
to
that.
Canada.
I've seen it. It's a good game.
Death Road.
Death
Yeah, no.
Road.
It's a
to
roguelike game. Game is roguelike, and the player tries to get to Canada in order to escape the zombie-infested United States. So
Of
basically,
course.
what happened when Trump got elected? Gotcha.
Oh, it's a
I get it.
2016
It's a
roguelike.
political joke.
It's a 2016 roguelike.
Perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Perfect timing. Oh, and it's on the
Okay.
Google Play Store too. That's neat.
That seems kind of funny.
That's quite
The
amusing.
unintentional funny parts of The Walking Dead. That's what they've been quoted.
That's
Fun.
pretty good.
That's
Well, basically, Griever, basically any Nintendo game, almost any console game that you could conceivably want to play while like fucking traveling or something, you're able to do that. So like I have What do I have on my Switch? I
I
have.
should use that travel function. I wasn't even thinking
Well,
of that.
that's
I'm just
why
thinking
I got the Lite, because I didn't give a shit about, like, hooking it up to my TV. I have plenty of TV consoles already. I wanted the ability to play console games on the go, like when I'm, I don't know, in the
Fair.
car or I'm on a plane or something. So I got the
Of
Lite,
course.
because it's like $100 cheaper, and you're still able to play all the same games on it.
Oh, she
It
just
just- it
bought
just-
the fucking.
Yeah, it just
the-
doesn't
the-
have the
the-
detachable controllers, and you can't hook it up to the TV. It's basically just
Yeah.
like the new version of the DS. But instead of having
Hmm.
DS versions of the games, it's just the console games, kind of maybe downgraded with graphics and stuff so that it runs better.
They should have just called it the Nintendo Not Switch. Because, you know,
Nintendo
it's
don't
just they
switch.
took the Switch and took away the Switch features. But, you
Yeah.
know,
But
Well, of
kept the
course,
most
I'm gonna,
important
I'm,
one.
I'm gonna get my Fire Emblem game. I'm gonna get my Breath of the Wild. I'm gonna get a Pokemon game. I'm waiting for that Legends of Arceus game to come out because that's gonna be that intrigues me. That intrigues me.
Yeah, if you ask Neil, he'll probably
Pokemon
tell you to
Legends
buy
of
Wild is a
SMT5.
fantastic game.
A good one on there if you like roguelikes is Hades. That's a pretty good one.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard
Hades
that
is
was good.
amazing.
I never finished it because I just got tired of playing it, but when I did play it, I greatly enjoyed it.
That's me with Elder Scrolls Online. I got so far, and then I was like, all right, I'm done with this game, and I never went
Well,
back.
Yeah.
difference is the ESO is an MMO, and the
Yeah,
others
exactly.
in a
That
hack and
reminds
slash
me, I
roguelike.
need to get back
Yeah.
to doing my fucking Skyrim journal playthrough where I fucking
Oh.
journal everything. I haven't done anything with that since like July.
That's a lot of fun.
Damn, that was a while
I
ago.
need to get back to that. Though I've been busy
Ooh, I
drawing,
can get Final
I've been,
Fantasy.
I've
I
been,
can do this. I can play Final Fantasy VIII on the go.
Isn't
I
that
like
nice?
that idea.
it's great.
I like that idea.
I've been overtaken by the desire to continue drawing, so I haven't really been doing that much else in my free time other than watching videos. Also, turns out that apparently, no Twitch streamers are allowed to continue watching MasterChef, so it looks like I'll be continuing to enjoy that.
No.
Because a lot of Fox companies don't give a shit about 10-year-old seasons of things.
No, not really. Though
Listen.
some do.
If they'll let YouTube channels upload entire seasons onto YouTube, then I'm pretty sure Twitch streamers are okay with watching them.
Yeah, I was really happy when all of Gundam Seed was on there for like 3 years, and I could just watch Gundam Seed whenever I wanted in HD.
I
That
remember all
was
the
nice.
Hellsing Ultimate OVAs were on YouTube at a time. Now I can
Yeah.
only ever find like episode 1, because it was uploaded by the Funimation YouTube channel, and like episode
Yeah.
8. For
Yeah.
some reason, episode 8 has endured, probably because it has a lower aspect ratio and it only goes up to like 360p.
That's probably it.
Oh my
Under the
god, a
radar.
whole 5p!
Oh my god!
5 pixels.
Congrats.
Hmm.
Who joins the... Sunnythirst joined, yay.
Ooh, there's new Harvest Moon games. Ooh.
Let's see if I can find a funny thing to read. Maybe I'm just gonna start reading Onion articles or something.
How about
Oh,
a
that's
pretty
rousing
funny.
story about a bridge?
A bridge.
I
love bridge.
articles.
I love connecting to things.
Oh, here's something fun for you while you're looking for something funny. Me and my wife just went out to a nice Italian restaurant
Mhm.
tonight. It was pretty
Nice.
fancy. It's a place that we usually we go to like every time she's here. It's called El Mercados. It's owned by the same Italian group, and we just had a fantastic meal, and I mean fantastic. We
Mhm.
had these risotto balls in this marinara sauce.
Mm.
Fucking delicious. That was just the appetizer, along with a tomato and basil-based calamari dish. It was really, really good. I tried an Italian lager beer, and that was very tasty. It went very well with the risotto. Then my wife got a homemade sausage and cinnamon risotto, which, believe it or not, it actually tasted really good. I was like, cinnamon? What? And no, it works. And I got a rack leg of lamb with a sherry glazed sauce, and it was just fucking divine. That's probably the best piece of meat I've had in a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had a great meal. It was expensive, but it was a great meal. Pictures will be in Food and Cooking, I'm sure.
Oh, very good, very good. In the
Yes,
meantime, while I
send
try to
Fungus the
find
food.
funny things to read, an episode of Demon Slayer came out the other day, and a few days prior to it coming out, there were rumors that the team working on that episode was the same team that worked on episode 19 from the last season, which was the one that fucking blew up and put Demon Slayer on the map. And they were also the team that did the, what was it? The Saber Alter versus Medusa fight from Fate. I don't watch Fate, so I don't know fucking which one. I don't remember all the different names for the characters. I went and watched the fight, and I'm like, yeah, that's the same production team. It was great. It was a fucking fantastic episode. That animation, oh fuck. It's really incredible when you're able to make other good animation look average. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know what kind of shit they put in their animators' food, but UFO Table is on some different shit, including tax evasion. That's probably offensive.
Are you assuming they are going to
Include.
It's called overworking your workers and tax evasion.
Well,
exactly.
here's the thing. Is as far as I can tell, UFO Table only ever works on like one big project at a time. As far as I can tell. They're not like MAPPA, where MAPPA's working on fucking Jujutsu
7
and Attack on
different
Titan and Chainsaw Man and Hell's Paradise, like all a bunch of major series all
They're
at the
doing
same
Hell's
fucking time.
Paradise?
Yeah, they're doing Hell's
Yeah?
Paradise. A
Oh,
great
I'm
series you all
pulling
should
those
read if you haven't
animators.
already.
Yeah, good idea.
I've started
I'm
acquiring
pulling
the
for those
volumes.
animators, though.
I'm thinking about
I
maybe
haven't
going to
finished
Barnes
Hell's
and Nobles
Paradise,
again
I
this
just
week to
started
see
it.
if I can find Volume 2
Oh, for
Yeah,
what?
good idea.
of Hell's Paradise. Trying to get like Volume 2 and 3. I bought Volume 9 just because that was the Shion cover volume, and you know, Shion's the best character in the series, so I had to get Volume 9.
I don't know who that is.
Debatable.
Which
Who
one
do you
is
think
that?
is actually a better written character than Shion?
I mean, I enjoyed Yuzuha more.
But is that the
Who?
same thing?
I need to
The
read
the
Maybe I
fucking
agree that part of it.
what are they called
Go back.
again? The Lady Ninja.
Kunoichi?
Yeah, the
Kunoichi, yeah.
Kunoichi.
The
Yeah, the
Kunoichi.
Kunoichi.
Yorichi?
The one that's going to create a lot of the new fan art when the anime comes out.
Oh, that chick. The
Yeah, that
furry
chick.
or whatever.
Yeah, her.
Oh.
I've
So
only
Shion's the
seen
best
one
written
chapter of
character in the
Hell's
series, because it's... You know you're the best written character in a series where I read some of your dialogue, and you're like, holy fuck, that is some of the most profound shit I've ever read in my life. I never would have thought of that. That's how you know
We're
you're a
still talking
well-written
about
character.
poetry.
Shion does that.
You know, speaking of volumes, now if I wanted like more volumes after Christmas, of course, as everyone does.
Mm-hmm.
But like because we had to rearrange the living room in December so the heat would, you know, put more heat into the living room instead of just to the back of the sofa.
You added something light on fire?
No, just because all the heat was going straight into the back of the sofa,
Uh-huh.
and the sofa was kind of blocking out the rest of the room.
Uh-huh.
So if I had to rearrange the entire room. However, because that I can actually access the bookshelf, so I just have to put my volumes on my bed,
Uh-huh.
and then when I go to sleep I just move them onto my chair.
Oh, I see. I took my Hell's Paradise volumes to my dad's because I actually have like an actual bookshelf there, and I started putting some of them up, and I realized the interior structure of my bookshelf is so fucking weird. You can't actually put at least the Hell's Paradise volumes all the way up against the wall. You can only put them within like an inch of it because there's kind of like an overhang area where like a lot of the boards meet up and stuff. It's fucking weird.
Ah,
Oh.
But it'll look nicer when I have more of them, when I have more than just 2 volumes standing up against each other.
mm.
Yeah. Zero says, I feel like they're going to go even harder when Uzui gets into the fight. Listen, next episode's going to be great because it's the episode where Gyutaro shows up, which won't mean anything to you anime-onlys, but listen, Listen, when Gyutaro shows up, that's when Red Light District fucking dials it up to 11.
Demon
Okay.
Slayer is a unique series where I don't watch it for the plot, I watch it for the action and the characters.
Well, what happened
saw-
was I read the manga after season 1 ended, and I was like, that's pretty good. I
Same.
can't wait to see this all animated by UFO Table. And now basically what's happening is me seeing it all animated by UFO Table.
God, I still need to watch Demon Train.
You can watch either the movie or
best.
the episode adaptation.
Yeah, the episode adaptation
Don't
added
watch
some
the
stuff.
episode.
So it's long. You just watch the fucking movie. Just watch the movie.
Yeah, right.
Now the weird thing is that even though they spent like 6 or 7 episodes turning the movie into episodes, the current stuff was still considered like Red Light District. They said it started episode 1, so we're on like episode 6 right now. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like if we're getting only 25 episodes this year, including the Mugen Train stuff, or if Mugen Train was just its own thing so that we could put the fucking movie on television, and then we're getting 25 episodes in addition to that. I don't know.
How did they do the
Why
movie?
did they
Did they just
animate
cut it up
it?
into different episodes?
Money.
Probably.
Yeah, they did. They just cut it up. They cut it up into different episode-length sections, and they added a few like scenes or shots or whatever, just to
So it's pretty
drag
much like
it out
the
a little.
same exact thing.
It's the same thing, yes.
Welcome.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hi, hiding.
It's still really stupid.
Bye, hiding.
It is
Bye,
kind of dumb, yeah, but you know, what can you do about it? I mean, shit, we're still getting fucking Red Light District in the quality that it's in now.
There you go.
By the
There's
way,
power
I've
of
just
quality.
been. I never read the entirety of the official Demon Slayer translation because I read it back when it was still the fan translations, and I'm reminded, what the fuck is that guy's name? He's the guy that does the current official translations for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Whatever his fucking name is,
John something. Hold on, I'm gonna check. I'm
Just
gonna check it.
John.
I'm gonna get this guy's name. John. It was like
Some
John
guy.
Wenry or something. John Wenry. Guy that
You're right.
replaced pedophile Stefan something.
what was that?
Yeah, you trade out a
Yeah.
pedophile who is a decent translator for a non-pedophile who's a shit translator.
John
Are they
Ware.
even? Yeah. John Wary. Fuck John Wary. Fuck that guy. He's one of those
That guy.
guys where the dude's fucking Google translating shit. He's totally Google translating stuff, so like he's mistranslating things, he's totally erasing the meanings in some things, he's sucking the life out of the dialogue. There are probably a lot of people that read the official translation and don't know Gyutaro's very amusing speech patterns, where he's always just like, man. Like the dude sounds like a
Wait.
fucking stoner.
They removed that from the
know
official? No
there's-
way.
I've heard that's
No
not in the
fucking way.
official translation.
Holy.
They removed like
Really?
his most defining speech pattern is his his tendency of sounding like a guy who's stoned out of his mind.
Jesus.
I know
fuck.
the One Punch Man official translations were absolute garbage.
Oh,
for a
I've seen
while.
the official translations. They're awful. They're fucking god
Cryptic.
awful. Hey Cryptic.
Hello, Cryptic.
Is Cryptic in here or is he?
He's muted as
I'm
always.
looking at the I'm looking at studio. I always forget that's like 30 seconds behind.
Wait a minute.
We're waiting.
I can get. Wait a minute. I can get Knights of the Old Republic on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I forgot they ported that onto the Switch. Yeah, you should probably get that.
I should probably get that. I have had to be limited to my computer. I played Dragon Age on my console, and let's be real. I know gaming is like PC gaming is like the epitome. That's like the godhood level. I don't give a fuck. I like to sit in my fucking chair on my TV and fucking game.
Wow, Cryptic, they
So-
put a mobile game on the
Yeah.
Switch? That's amazing.
Yeah, I love that. Knights of the Old Republic. Okay, I'm good. I'm buying that. I'll
Yeah.
find it and buy it.
Gyutaro
How
is
much
great.
is it?
It's probably
No
like
idea.
$15-$20.
Probably.
Did you?
It's an old
I have
game.
a question. Is you
Is that y'all's
did you
like favorite
throw that
game?
ugly dude?
Very hard regard.
What was that?
Is
Justin?
Gyutaro that ugly dude that's like
Gyutaro's the
brother of-
fucking weird, skinny, ugly guy with the sickles.
Oh.
Oh,
man.
isn't he the brother of Daki? The
Okay, don't drop all the fucking spoilers for the anime onlys.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I got spoiled way before anything. Okay. I did
Then
that
again,
thing where
I
watched the
don't
video
know
with
how many people
spoilers.
watching this haven't read the manga. Yeah,
I
did
Gyutaro
that thing
looks
where I
and
watched the
sounds
video.
stoned out of his mind.
I did that thing where I watched a video with spoilers for a series, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it. Then I watched it, and now I'm sad that I have spoilers.
This is why you don't watch shit that says manga spoilers.
That's right. You just don't do it.
You have to have a little bit of restraint. Now, me, fortunately, I read the manga. Originally I read the whole thing in black and white, and then I found out that Infinity Fortress was fucking colored, so then I reread the whole, like, last arc in color, and I was like, holy shit.
You're like, oh my god, it's colored.
There are some manga that look way better in color. I don't know what it is. Like, Bleach looks way better in color.
Yeah.
Even though Bleach art is already fantastic, then you add color onto it, and you're like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah. Bleach, and you know what's ironic? Bleach works well because everybody's wearing black and white anyway.
Yeah, so it's easier to color.
Yeah, but no, I think the reason we like the color is because the color really stands out. Because most of the characters are still just wearing black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, like, their faces and stuff, all the fucking Reiatsu stuff, the environments stand out a little more. Griever, did you ever... I think I sent you the link to it forever ago. Did you ever check out the final arc of Demon Slayer in color?
Arc of Demon Slayer in color? Probably not. I don't recall. I recall you probably sending me the link, but I didn't.
Another benefit to that is they use the fan translations, which are, as I mentioned earlier, way fucking better.
See, one of the good things about me is that I had no expectations going in, so when I read the whole thing on Viz, like, there was nothing for me to go, oh my god, how did they mess that up? You know what I mean? It was just like, okay, I'm taking it for what it is.
I've looked back at some stuff from Demon Slayer, and I think I forgot that, like, actually, yeah, Demon Slayer is pretty generic. There's not really anything, like, super special about the plot or anything. It's very basic. But I still think the writing, at least, like, the character writing and stuff, is pretty damn solid.
Yeah, it is.
Like, yeah, it's pretty good. But, you know, it's 7 out of 10.
I don't need a very
I'm supposed to.
You know what I'm betting? I'm betting that a One Punch Man chapter is going to come out this Friday, because that's the Friday Griever's supposed to be starting Kengan.
Oh, watch. Fucking
This
watch.
Friday, I'm supposed to start.
This Friday.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. I thought, because I did the math, this Friday it'll have been like 3 weeks since a chapter came out, so I was expecting one last week. If fucking Murata was like, oh, we're taking a break for the new year, and then conveniently releasing a new chapter the same Friday that Griever's starting Kengan.
Well, the good thing is that I don't think anything crazy, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna start the Kengan thing regardless, because I had to push that for a week anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I meant to start it last week, so I don't feel that bad because it's only delayed by a week.
Yeah.
You know.
Nothing crazy. Did you not read the last chapter? It's gonna be wacky.
Ah, well, whatever.
He's gonna go crazy, man.
I've read 30 years. I've been reading manga for 20 years. So like I'm good. Like I've seen a lot. I was there during Marineford, people. I was fucking there when it was happening.
I was there during Marineford.
You sound like a Vietnam veteran.
That should be
I imagine being around when Marineford was coming out weekly was kind of absurd.
It was, well, the funny thing is I have the physical copies somewhere because I used to buy Jump in a magazine because we couldn't, a lot of the time, we didn't have like this availability. There was no manga reader. There was no manga stream and stuff. Or they were very limited, or sometimes they were always shut down like almost right away before we got, fan sites. So you wanted to read it, you had to fucking go and buy it. Now, granted, this was not, of course, as fast as Japan would get it. So you had to be careful about going on the internet, going on forums, because they were about an arc ahead than the English translation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was bad back then. Back then, Japanese was 6 to 8 months ahead of the English release. So it was like, holy shit. So Marineford was already over, but we were just getting it,
Yeah.
So it was... Anyway, it was really, really cool, because I remember when that first happened, because we saw... It was also with anime. Super Saiyan 4 was revealed, and everybody called it fake for like a year.
Yeah.
And it was because nobody, it was the internet. It was back then. Nobody believed it. So, we had Dragon Ball AF back then. We had Super Saiyan 5. Goku had a tail and gray, long hair, and all this stuff.
I remember that, man.
Yep.
I wonder how the Dragon Ball fandom would react if they did make Super Saiyan 5 canon.
Funny.
I don't know. Like, technically, we already have it. It's just called other things, Like their new forms I mean, they're getting new forms instead of Super Saiyan variants. You know, we had Super Saiyan 5. It was called Super Saiyan Blue. You know, because you have Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. So if those aren't Super Saiyans 5 and 6, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say before you went on about
Oh
Super Saiyan,
yeah, Watermellow!
Like-
In the fucking chapter where Kenjaku speaks Chinese, TCB scans translated what he was saying, and Viz didn't even bother, so it's just fucking Chinese
Oh, yeah,
text
that
with no translation in the Viz scan.
yeah, like
I'm very glad I read the
This
the
is why we
TCB
don't do
scan
fucking Viz
beforehand.
for Jujutsu anymore, people. Viz does a
Yeah,
great
'cause
job
Yeah.
with like
I-
Sakamoto Days and Undead Unluck. Dog shit
Mhm.
for Jujutsu.
What were you saying, Neve?
yeah, like when you said nothing crazy happens in One Punch Man, like as someone who doesn't really read it, but has looked at the latest chapters,
Some stuff happens, yeah.
No.
I-
What I mean is, I don't think anything crazy is going to happen in the next chapter. I think.
Have you read the webcomic?
No, he
I think-
hasn't.
No. So
Okay, well,
think,
I can say what I think is gonna happen, because things have changed from the webcomic, but like, I believe I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen next chapter because
Oh,
we're not at the end of the next arc yet. Like, they're right now.
I know. I'm referring to
Yeah.
what would be next in terms of webcomic adaptation.
Yeah, but what we're talking about is the fact that next Friday potentially there will be a One Punch Man chapter release, and I already have a stream set. So will I ditch that stream for a One Punch Man one? I said probably not, because they sort of got like the hype stuff for this arc for at least the next chapter or two out of the system. Not to say that there won't be hype stuff. They fight, it'll be pretty epic, but like, without spoiling anybody who's not caught up with One Punch Man and loves it, at the end of the day, I think a lot of the like crazy hype shit for a lot of people's favorite characters and plot points were made the previous couple of chapters, and
No.
these next couple of chapters will be building to the next big thing that's going to happen in this arc.
I mean, I guess, like,
I just don't see it. Like, everybody called the last chapter an 11 out of 10 the greatest chapter of One Punch Man, and I was like, it's an 8. It was good. Like, I don't.
the last chapter. Oh no, it was fantastic. The one before that, I'd say was I don't know. They were adapting the hype moments, the King stuff. I love that. That was my favorite webcomic moments. The Zombie Man stuff that happened. That also amazing. So if we're going in that line, we're either going to get the Fubuki stuff, or we're going to get a bunch of stuff with the S-class heroes. We'll look to see.
So,
Isn't
so
Kabuki not
as I
right
said,
now?
I'm a Garo guy, so Garo and Bang. So, you know, I've had their moments at the end of the year. I don't.
Oh, that's manga original.
Yeah, well, there you
Really?
go.
Yeah, Bang was not there in the webcomic until the end.
Oh, cool.
Wow, Murata improving some stuff.
Yeah.
Without
Well,
having to do a fucking
well,
redraw.
one
Yeah,
and Murata.
yeah, without having to retcon his own work 17
Well, yeah, I
times.
guess it is one and Murata. So what it is
Yeah.
one going, hey, Murata, if you want, you
Yeah.
can add this stuff in.
Add this. Yeah, they sort of brainstorm together now. By the
I
sounds
suppose
of
that's
it.
kind of neat. If you have someone who's like, hey, I want to do like a remake of your work, and you're
Yeah.
like, cool, by the way, after the fact doing this, I think you could maybe add
Yeah.
some of this stuff in to like
Which
make things
would
better.
sort of work. Like, you think when you first get, like, look at some mangas, and we won't mention any, Hunter's Guild Red Hood, but some mangas that get canceled right out of the gate because they're not interesting enough or whatever, and sometimes things need to be rushed or not explained well or whatever. When you have an opportunity to go back for your first, especially mangas, I find, when you have an opportunity to go back and work on a remake together, you're like, okay, the pacing for this wasn't so great, and I really wish we had added this plot point in earlier, seen this character first, or whatever. When they get that opportunity, that's what they should be thinking about, you know? Like, and I'm glad that they're able to do that.
The best part of the Monster Association arc hasn't even happened yet.
Oh yeah,
Very
that is
exciting.
true. It's still coming. I know. I haven't read
Still.
the whole webcomic, but I know what's coming. I've seen it before, and I'm like, ooh boy. We've been
Yeah.
waiting on it for like Literal
Years.
years now. Literal years.
Literally years. I've been
Literally
waiting.
years, because for some reason Murata decided, hey, how about we have this new Psycho Orochi form and then spend a fucking year dealing
Year
with it.
on it. Yep. And
I
then
really like
you know the
Psycho
one
Orochi,
thing I
though.
got to say about that is that
Okay.
if it's hype, like that's great, but the problem is I was wrongfully hyped for so long about Black Sperm to this point that I am not believing anybody's hype. until
Well,
I read the
here's the thing,
Okay.
Griever. I've seen a lot of people who are fans of the webcomic that do not like the way that they did Black Sperm for the manga.
Oh.
Like,
Well.
Platinum Sperm is not a thing that exists in the web.
Yeah,
No,
it's just
I-
And
Golden
Gold
Sperm.
Sperm
It was
was
just
just
Gold
Sperm.
far.
On YouTube.
Gold Sperm was far more powerful.
What was
in
that,
the,
Ram?
Are you allowed to say sperm on YouTube? 'Cause
Why
I've
would you
seen
not
those
be allowed to
people
say
just
sperm?
say-
It's just sperm. You can say it on fucking television.
Why would Miss care?
Why would
He
I
said a
care?
lot worse.
I say fuck
I mean, I've
shit.
seen a lot of people avoid saying it, so like.
No,
when they're
no,
talking
they-
about-
Rat,
no,
we are
you-
more than 30 seconds into the stream. I think it's okay.
Yeah. And if you monetize,
Second.
like you're allowed certain swears every like there is.
By the way,
limits, but-
guys, the first
Pee-pee.
11 days of the year have not been great for analytics, so if you're feeling generous, you're welcome to drop a donation in the super chats.
There you
Yeah,
go.
give Miss
This is
money.
what Jump
Yeah.
being on break does to a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry,
It's
we'll
true,
have
it's true.
Kingdom
Like,
tomorrow.
I wish I have some video ideas, but like I don't have enough time to like dedicate now being back at work full time and plus enjoying time with the wife and stuff here. I don't have time to sit down here for 4 hours, figure out a script, figure out the details, the points I want to make, record it, edit it, and try to get it out. I'm just waiting for easy shit to be able to
Dude,
review
speaking
and stuff.
of, like, sitting down and doing a long-term stuff, the feeling of satisfaction I got today after completing an hour-and-a-half long rambling about a webtoon that I haven't really talked about on the channel before was fucking great.
Oh yeah, you got that one about the boxer.
Fucking great
You're like,
webtoon.
I'm
that's-
done with the doing Patreon reviews of it, so I'll just
No,
you know,
it's not done on the Patreon yet, so I just wanted to do that because the
What,
the
you're soon going to be finished doing Patreon.
the main story
boxer.
is basically over. Now they're going to be shifting focus onto some of the other characters that were set up earlier on. But like the main story of the series is ending.
Yeah.
Oh, then I should probably.
That's cool.
I
You
thought
should
Box was
definitely-
going on for a while.
You should definitely check it
Alright.
out because I mentioned this at the start of my video. One of the most interesting things I was ever told in regards to media and literary analysis, I think I was told this in my sophomore year English, what was it? English language? I think it was English
Maybe.
language. There's a difference between what happens in a story and what a story's about.
Hmm.
And in The Boxer, they get you with what happens in the story, and they get you to stay with what the story's about.
Gotcha.
Right.
The main appeal for it, for me, is not the actual fights. Not, like, the actual, like, choreography and stuff like that. It's
Of
actually
course,
the
the fight is
writing. The
itself,
series
right?
has, like, kind of really great writing.
Hmm.
And does a really good job at building upon its themes and delivering upon them in a satisfying manner.
Of course, of course.
It's great. I'm very pleased with where this story went.
So, Miss, does the Boxer have anything like, Yet the Man Smiled?
Not
Oh.
quite. There is hype stuff in it. I would say, most of the emotional impact is not like hype stuff, it's actual emotional impact. It has made me cry before, so.
Sold. You've sold me on it.
Oh, there you go.
Like, the minute I finish, Attack on Dumb Fucking Titan.
How about you hold off on reading that stupid shit and you read something that we actually all know is good?
I mean,
Yeah,
Attack on
yeah.
Titan's great.
Attack
so,
on
like,
Titan was
you're
really
doing that,
great,
you're
and
just-
then
you're just
then
is crying on like one single chapter, which is
One
fine.
single chapter which is the end, which then retroactively causes problems with the writing in the rest of the series.
Nah, I'm finding this pretty boring for the entire thing. I want to read something, really bad.
Okay,
to,
but here's
make
the
a bad
thing,
flavor in
Neve.
my mouth.
But here's the
So
thing.
the boxer
is
is
that
better.
the thing is, the vast majority of Attack on Titan is pretty fucking good. It's just then you end off with something that leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Like, these first 4 chapters have been pretty ass, though.
Oh yeah, the beginning parts, at least in the manga, are pretty weak. They actually changed around the order of some stuff in the anime.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a really good experience, you should watch the anime. Anime's fantastic.
Listen, I don't give a shit about seeing the original Vision or whatever. I want to see the best version of the Vision.
I
Unless
try to
I'm
break it
really
down the best I
bored, and then
can
I'm like,
with my
I want to
brain.
see what the differences are.
Mm. Who's frying shit in the mic?
But yeah,
Me.
I recommend you all read the One Punch Man webcomic.
Nope. Tried to read one chapter, never again. If it never had a fucking, it could be the greatest story since Lord of the Rings, and I wouldn't read that.
Why?
He doesn't like the
that
art.
That art is fucking. I'd rather pour bleach in my fucking eyes than fucking.
Yeah, I can't read certain stuff if the bad is art.
Yeah,
Wait,
I can't do
The
it.
bad
I mean,
is
the art,
art.
for one, the art gets much better as it progresses. Like,
I've
if you were
read
to
the-
just skip, like,
I read
also, the recent chapter.
I'll tell you what. I read the chapter where Garo fights Darkshine, and that was fucking painful. So, and I was told that was a well drawn chapter.
And it
So-
looks like it's drawn by a 5-year-old. So
It looks, yeah.
Well,
I
how
drew better
wasn't
when I was
one
scratching-
only like fucking 11 or 12 when he started it? It was literally a kid starting his own webcomic.
Which is fair enough, and he hit the right moment, I guess, but it just ain't for me. I'm glad he's doing
That's
well
fine.
with it.
And then it
Also,
got
look
adapted
at
into
the
someone
artwork
who
of the
is
manga.
like top 5 not dead manga artists.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm not one to really judge many things by their graphics.
You see, for
You
me
know.
personally, I also
How-
mentioned this in my video, something that's a real seller for me is the writing
Right.
of something. Something can have pretty, like, mid art, but if it has really good writing, I'm like, well, shit. Well, shit. Guess I'm reading it for the actual reading part rather than the looking at pictures, but whatever, I'll take it.
It's like Mob Psycho. Phenomenal story. Manga art's meh. It's alright. I mean, it's done by one,
Yeah.
but it's like a step up from
And
what
then, what? Does Bones do the Mob Psycho anime?
they do.
yes.
I need to watch
It looks
that.
great.
I keep being
Well-
reminded I have a bunch of shit I need to
It's
watch.
a phenomenal series, and
I
the
need-
third season should probably come out later this year.
I need to watch I need to watch Book of Boba Fett. I need to watch. I
Yeah.
need to finish
am an-
Arcane. I need to watch Stone Ocean.
But
You
one
can
of the-
skip watching Stone Ocean. Just go read it.
Oh,
They
okay.
adaptation is
Don't listen to him.
meh.
Stone Ocean.
I will-
no. It's
Watch
such
Stone
a
Ocean, man.
rushed adaptation.
Oh, it is.
Just
Marcus
read it.
Brown asks,
I like
"What's
it.
the Boxer about?" It's about the meaning of life in the least pretentious way possible.
There you go.
Oh, interesting.
That's what it's about.
It delivered various messages, or sort of types of messages that I've seen before that I've found very pretentious in ways that they were delivered before. And in this situation, I was actually like, that's really fucking good. Good fucking job.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people like what they like. There's some webtoons that I read where the art is sort of blocky, not the best.
What,
And there's
what the
also
fuck is Mr. Morge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that. That's
That
just a
one.
Yeah.
thumbnail. That's just a... That's not a
Yeah.
spoiler from Marineford. That's
No.
just like...
yeah.
No, in the thumbnail, right? He had the fucking, Mr. Donut Man.
Yeah, but it's not him being donutted.
I mean, it's post donut.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Wait,
Yeah,
did he change the fucking
Oh, I
thumbnail
think he
for
may
it?
have changed it. Is this Discord doing that shit where it includes the old thumbnails instead of the current ones? It's done that to me before.
Oh,
Because
right.
on my end, right? If I
Yeah, it's
I had to disable the embed because it had this fucking image in it, but hold on, let me let's just modify attachment, mark a spoiler.
Then I definitely got to read it. Yeah, you know it. Good job. Go read it, Marcus. Then go
Oh
watch
yeah,
my
no,
video.
it did change. He probably changed the thumbnail because on YouTube it's a different one.
Let's see.
But
We
then
didn't do
Discord.
Kengan chapter tomorrow. Chapter
Yeah.
title's not up yet.
Yeah, it's a crazy chat title, isn't it?
Oh, real crazy chapter title of chapter 142.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, with Omega. Beaver, have you... With Misc being the only person who posts in the promotions channel on your server,
I don't know
Really
if Reaver
posting,
even looks in there.
a large amount of Kengan chapters, have you been able to, like, infer any of the current events?
No, if Miss posts a Kengan thing, I just go, okay, Miss posts Kengan. I hit like on the link and then I peace. I don't read the titles.
Oh,
nor
why,
do I
thank
look,
you. I appreciate that.
Oh, I see.
I've seen the buff, like I've seen some buff characters, but I have no context.
That's
of who
just
they
Kengan
are.
for you. They're all buff
So,
characters.
Yeah, like
Oh,
if I show somebody a picture of so and so from Toriko, they'll be like, okay, this is from Toriko, but they have no idea who that is and what they're doing. It's not like they're doing like, oh, that person got stabbed through the chest, maybe they're dead. With a big title, this character died.
Oh, what's a minority world? I wonder.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Exactly.
Oh my
Things like
god,
that.
are you fucking kidding me? That was the original thumbnail?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What's fucked up is that's a way worse thumbnail just in general. The new one looks way better.
Oh, let's take a look-see here.
Yeah.
Anna Saving asks, what do you think the last fight in JJK will be and who will win? It's gonna be someone versus Sukuna.
Yeah.
Gojo will be involved in some extent, but I doubt it'll be just Gojo. I plan on doing a video.
Clearly be the two main characters team up together. to defeat
Yuji and
the-
Yuta team up to
Yes.
defeat Sukuna.
That's
I
what
could see-
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it team effort. Like probably Gojo involved, probably Yuki's involved, probably Toto's involved. Like there's probably a bunch of people that are going to be involved in leading up to that final fight. But then at the end of the day, the ones that'll do the actual final fighting will be those two. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
Probably like a cutting to like maybe usually internally fighting against
we
Sukuna.
could, depending on what happens, it depends. Ultimately, I have this idea for a video talking about the potential fates for Yuji by the end of the series.
He lives or he dies.
He lives
Ooh.
in the either he dies in the short term or he dies in the long term. If Sukuna seems to have some kind of plan for escaping Yuji's body and like manifesting on his own.
The video, man. Don't spoil everybody.
I'm not gonna listen. This isn't talking about Yuji. This is talking about fucking. Okay, no, this is kind of talking. Listen, I've talked about this shit before. Not everyone watches the streams, okay? I
True.
talk about the same shit
Like 5
in different
people.
videos. Yeah, there's like 5 people watching this.
There are 5 people.
Hello,
Oh, wow.
5 people.
Okay, so
Hey, don't knock 5 people.
Including
Like I get like 15
Oh, yeah.
on my more popular, and
shout
then all
out
of a
to
sudden
the
I have
15
500
people
views
watching
later.
this. Actually, hello, thank you all for watching. These bots are
Yeah.
relentless. There's so fucking
Yeah,
many
there's
of
so
them.
many.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go, but thank you very much for letting me on the stream again. Even though apparently people just don't like me. It's so sad.
So
All I
sad.
wanna
That
do is
comment
talk
was
about
kinda funny.
cheese.
That comment was kind of funny.
I
Yeah,
know,
we
and
gotta-
of course, I had to respond to it with "This is so sad."
Well, we got a comment on the Jujutsu video from the other day of someone saying, I just don't like Griever, his points are too long and don't make any sense.
So, meanwhile, I get a bunch of other comments saying, "Misc, why did you stop?" I think Kanye and a
Yeah,
couple
why
of
did you
people-
stop the
We-
cheese
we want to
tangent?
know
I
the
wanted to
cheese
see where it
tangent.
was going.
Yeah, we wanted to know. So it's ironic.
You
as
have to
hell.
balance your tangents. You tangent too long, you bother people. If you don't tangent long enough, you leave them hanging.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was a very mixed bag crowd that time because we got comments wanting to know the ending, and we got comments going, "No, no, no." So,
Yeah.
but anyways,
Can just be-
Well,
Later,
uh,
Griever.
We'll see you on
Everyone, go
Friday.
subscribe to
Be
him
there.
if you want to see the Kengan stuff on Friday. I mean, you don't have to see it, but
Yeah.
you should so you don't miss it.
Hanging
Yeah.
Stuff Friday. Woo!
Yeah.
You know,
See you
See
guys.
ya.
All right. So if Sukuna escapes Yuji's body, they're gonna fight him physically. Yuji's gonna find some way to power himself. Alternatively, if Sukuna just fully manifests inside of Yuji's body and just like totally takes him over or whatever, then it's gonna be an internal battle against Sukuna,
yeah.
which could
I
be
mean,
Kino.
yeah, I
I
think
feel like
that's-
that
Yuji's
one.
pretty strong without Sukuna.
Yeah, but he's not top of the verse strong.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to compete with Sukuna.
Like I don't think
Like
Sukuna. I don't
Gojo
think
and the
Yuji
other
could
special raid
solo any of the
sorcerers.
disaster spirits at this point. Other than I
No.
guess
Yeah.
Mahito because he hard counters him. I don't think he could like solo any of the disaster spirits. And Sukuna is like multiple levels above the disaster spirits.
Yeah. Even Jogo isn't able to do anything.
Like
to him.
Jogo speed blitzes almost everyone.
Yeah, and Gojo, I'd say Gojo has like the best attack power out of the disaster spirits.
You mean Jogo?
Yep.
It's funny meeting
Wow,
people
yeah,
who still
that
fuck
one.
that up. Even I do it from time to time. It's been a
Gojo.
while.
No, you
Gogo.
got it wrong.
You got
Get
it
out!
wrong.
Yeah.
Jojo.
I feel like internal battle against Sukuna has more Kino potential. Something
Oh, it will.
about that.
Mhm.
If it happens.
We could get both.
We could get both. Marcus Aspro, is JJK coming out this week? Yeah, we should be getting speed scans on Friday.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if like it was Gojo on the outside or something, and then the Yuji
That
on the
would be.
inside,
Listen, if
and
we have
then-
both an outside and inside battle, a battle against the body and the soul on two fronts, that could be peak right there, my
yeah,
friend.
that would be
Yeah,
very
and then like
Especially
there's, like,
if
a part where, like,
Gege does
Yuji
some
gets
really
the upper hand or
fucking
something.
batshit insane paneling with it. Ooh.
Oh wow, yeah.
You know
knowing
that
Gege,
kind of stuff?
shit's
That
gonna
kind
be
of
fucking
stuff, when you
fire.
have like godly paneling, it just elevates it to a completely different tier.
Yeah, I remember in Hidden Inventory when Gojo did Hollow Purple.
Oh,
on
Hollow
Toji,
Purple against Toji, I love that spread so much. It's so
That
fucking
shit
good.
is
Oh, that
fucking
was fucking
amazing,
sick.
bro.
That's one of the best uses of that. I fucking love it when authors and artists use the medium to their advantage.
Also, can't
Yeah.
Gojo-
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna hit as hard on the anime for sure.
But an internal battle, Marcus, it could be the power of the soul. How powerful is Yuji's soul? Anyway,
It's gonna be a shame in the Chainsaw Man anime since, because, Devils kind of fucked with the paneling and how they'd come for the page border.
yeah. Oh, I always love that. I'm wondering, yeah, I do wonder how they're gonna adapt that. I assume it's just gonna be coming off the fucking side of the screen or whatever.
How would
Ooh,
that
a
work?
finger
Would it be
coming out of the
reaching Out
screen.
of your TV.
No, I mean it's just coming
Yeah,
off
it's
the
like
very edge
finger.
of the frame. Like it's still within the shot, it's just coming out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Unless they are
Wait, I
literally
don't get it.
going to just have those scenes be contained within a panel that is smaller than the screen, like surrounded by a white void, and then the finger just shows up to do the little fucking flick.
Or, the fingers covering the funny faces of the kids. Ooh.
Yeah, Filthy Raptor says, sup, hello.
I'm excited to see the Darkness Devil. I want to see how
That
the
is gonna be.
soundtrack for
Listen,
that
if Mappa
plays.
does that well, that'll be some anime of the year stuff. Jogo
Oh,
says
for-
Dagon versus Hanami, who wins? Well, we saw Dagon's domain,
Dagon.
even though we know Hanami has one, we never saw it. So I guess I'm kind of more inclined to say Dagon.
We don't know what Hanami can do in his domain, so you just kind of have
We
to
haven't
say
seen
Daigon.
his domain.
It
what's
depends.
provided.
Do you think that Nanami, Naobito, Maki, and
Oh
Megumi
hell yeah!
are worth
Yes.
more than Goodwill Event Yuji and Toto?
Yes.
Okay, in that
No,
case,
I'd say so.
I guess Dagon would probably be stronger. I don't know. I think those two are very on par with each other. They're very close.
hmm
Sun Eater asks, have we evolved the wrong way? Maybe. Zuri said, what if Sukuna killed Toto? Then we'd be having we'd be having a very serious talk. I would be
With Gege?
reaching through the screen to have a serious conversation with Sukuna.
I'm rooting
We're
for
gonna
Gojo
give
to
some
do this to kill him.
Listen, back
counseling.
when fucking chapter 120 came out, I was ready to have some words with a fictional character.
Yeah.
Koga versus Sukuna.
Oh, there you go.
I mean,
Good
yeah, Koga
question,
wins
Sun
easily.
Eater.
If
Plot
you give him a
armor
year of
versus
prep time-
jobber aura. They nullify each other.
Oh my goodness.
That's the
I
only
like-
thing that can. Oh my god. That's why Oma is the final battle for Koga. Is because Oma has his main character plot armor, but Koga has his jobber aura, so they cancel each other out.
Actually, hold on. How would
I don't think it would
the
work like
plot?
that.
Yeah, don't
how
worry
would the
about
plot,
it. Trust me.
Piercing spear go against
Ah, the plot
jobber
spear.
aura?
The jobber lance.
Oh yeah, that's when
The
he,
power to pierce
copies
through
out the
plot
stinger.
armor. If you think about it, being a design jobber like Alan is like the opposite of plot armor.
I mean, you think about it, you know, with that just term for
If you
jobber,
think
every
about
single
it,
character that
every
lost,
single
there's a
character
jobber.
that
Gao
loses
Lang and
was
Omega's a
intended to
jobber.
lose.
You know?
He jobbed to purgatory rules.
Yeah, like. Listen,
Purgatory
he was
rules
made to
are
lose. Gao
strong.
Lang clearly and Omega's a jobber.
Well,
I don't know
you
what to
know,
say.
that's why some people call him Job Lang.
But
It's true.
Gao Lang beats Gojo.
Yeah, Gao Lang is just that
It's
powerful.
true, but like, clearly just Gojo's jobber tier.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
What fight in, oh wait, yeah, Yamani says, I feel like Kashima is going to use his remaining points to limit the point exchanges. I think what he's going to do is he's going to make it that you can get points from killing someone. You get their points.
Oh,
So
maybe.
in addition to getting like 5 points from killing a sorcerer, you get the however many points they already have. So then the point exchange just gets fucking absurd.
You get 1,000 points if you kill Yuji.
If you wanted to
damn it,
make
again.
stuff really ridiculous, you're basically giving everyone rule-making potential.
Oh,
What Anna Saving asks, what fight in Shibuya are you most excited to see animated? Probably Yuji versus Chozo or the Dagon fight. I think the Dagon fight has the best visuals, so probably that one. Though seeing
That's a
Yuji versus
tough question.
Chozo in motion is gonna be something else. Marcus says, I think they're gonna do what they did with the Maki fight against Mai, where they showed the bullet moving towards her face, but with purple. Maybe. I don't know. That still kind of fucks up the paneling for me. That's the difficulty with adapting a manga to an anime, is sometimes there's stuff with the paneling that you just can't do with an anime unless you straight up just show the fucking panel. Like, just do the panel.
There's also like censorship issues sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Shit.
Well, it depends
Oh, I
on
wonder-
what time slot it's airing in.
I wonder how they're
Oh,
gonna
it
do
does?
Maki getting cooked.
Oh, well, that one wasn't super graphic in the way that it happened. It's just
Yeah,
like,
that's
ooh,
not
fire,
graphic.
and now you can't see them. They're obscured by flame.
Yeah, how are they gonna do Nani walking down the hallways?
That'll be the same.
Hallways?
Oh, fuck off. Yamani says, but you
almost
gotta
pushed
remember
it.
Hanami was holding back. Not really. Hanami was just not using their domain. Like, they were going all out with the exception of using one technique.
No, they're told to, not kill anyone in case,
Oh,
were
right,
hurt
right,
by
yeah,
them,
because you don't want to
because,
set off
Sukuna has-
Sukuna. Well, I think it
yeah.
was figuring don't kill anyone from Jujutsu Tokyo. Anyone from Kyoto would have probably been free game.
Ah,
Although there was what was the binding vow with Mekamaru? Yeah, it was Kenjaku and Mahito weren't allowed to kill anyone, so they sent Hanami in.
what assholes.
Jogo asks, what are your favorite fights in the Shibuya arc? The Dagon fight, the Chozo fight, and the Mahito fight.
What the fuck is that?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Oh, it's Bad DeviantArt, my favorite. Bad DeviantArt is actually a great fucking Twitter account. It is just the worst, most low quality, low skill, degenerate shit you can find on this side of the internet. Just stunning stuff. Prediction for Solomon next chapter: he gets killed by probably either Ryan or Aereo.
Nah, I feel like he's gonna get knocked out and then walk away after this is all over.
Okay, you understand this isn't like a fucking official match where they're just
Okay, but if Eddie manages to wipe out everyone else before they get to Solomon, that's the thing.
Oh god,
Was
now
it?
whenever someone on this fucking video comments about what the series is about, I have to fucking correct them that no, that's not what it's about, that's what happens in it.
Well,
Isn't how they fight? Isn't it like businesses like have represent?
What, in Kengan?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically all the fighters are representatives for companies. That's how companies settle disputes with each other. It's how they do business
Yeah.
agreements. Whoever wins,
they-
whoever's fighter wins, they get the deal.
So they have insane people fighting for them.
Not
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, not all the time,
Like-
but some of them, yeah.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, they
for
have
ex-
reasoning for
Like,
all.
for example, let's say both Griever and Misc wanted to make a video on something, right? However, only one of them could do it. You know, Misc would hire me to beat up whoever Griever hired, and you know, whoever wants that.
Yeah,
I'd make
Caber
videos.
throwing.
Easy.
Who would Griever hire?
Yeah, the caver throw. Yeah, definitely the caver
Oh
throw.
yeah. Who would Griever hire for a fighter?
Me.
Oh, you're gonna get crushed by the caber
You were gonna get
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna get impaled with a fucking log. You know
with the
that.
Yeah, you're
giant
gonna-
log.
A giant
Are weapons
fucking
allowed?
tree.
No, but guess
No.
what? This is exception. Logs now.
Actually, no, no, you
Band
have to-
just said we'll be seeing Alabama action between Mei Mei and Yu Yu. Word on the street is that they're going into detail on that scene.
Oh no.
That sounds
Like,
like
yeah.
something you would say, Band.
Here's the thing, right? You don't need the caber. You just need to grab their foot like it's a caber, and
It's
then
not
fucking
about
just in the
throwing
air.
cabers, it's just about learning to throw.
Yeah, but it's just like a caber, so like,
I can
That's
use
like
the
it.
friction against your skin to throw you like a log.
yeah.
Forget
it's like
Hatsumi's
a,
log flipping technique, in which he uses Star Drop and you turn into a log that flips over.
Now, here's what happens, right? It's how you get a ring out in a cage match. You grab someone's foot, put your back into it, and boom, they're 15 in the air.
Yeah, you chuck someone into the fucking cage and they slice through it like a cheese grater.
No, you toss them over it.
Oh.
You t-
I like
toss
my
them
idea
over the
more,
cage.
basically using the cage like a fucking French fry slicer.
That is pretty metal, though. I'll have to say.
Yamani says, yeah, I agree now because he
can't
was still going to
breathe.
whip out the domain in the end, so he was probably more so withholding moves as opposed to holding back, like Misc said. Yeah, I think there's a difference between, like, pulling punches and then just not using certain moves.
Hmm.
Because when I think of Hanami, I don't think Hanami was pulling their punches. They used everything but their domain. Because for people who aren't Gojo, the domain is supposed to be like a last resort technique because of how straining it is. Anton said, prediction if Ryan can use
They
basic
can't use
Nico
it.
style. It's a possibility, but I don't know if Ryan would want to use the Nico style.
I'd say it's
Unless he
like
lost
a
or something.
Can't
20%.
use the domain. They can't use the domain on their own. They have to absorb like the life energy from the environment.
Yeah, well, that was how they were getting more cursed energy. What I think had happened was Hanami was like depleting their cursed energy through the fight, and they didn't have enough left to do a domain at that point, so they just absorbed the life energy from the plants to get more of it. I don't get what the deal with that flower thing was, because like no one else has that. I guess that was their thing, like
Yeah.
Dagon's
I don't think they
symbol?
could use the domain on their own because they were saying like I can't use this cursed energy for my
Yeah,
on my fucking own.
Yeah,
they can't
yeah.
get
So
cursed
they
energy.
use
They
the-
have to absorb it from life.
Yeah, I think it's cause, if I recall correctly, I'm probably wrong because it's been ages, but like, I think Hanmi said something like, "Oh, plants themselves don't produce cursed energy,
So
you
I
have
use
to."
their life force and convert it into cursed energy.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I don't think they
Question.
could use it. But
Why
like
didn't I just
people
realized
will-
something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Couldn't you think why didn't Hanami just activate her? Because well, not her, their domain.
I don't know, it's weird. Hanami's got
Because
a
you think about
masculine
it.
physique, but a female
No.
name and voice.
Well, no. You think about it. The reason they didn't activate their domain is because of the fact, oh yeah, that attack from Gojo is coming, so I got to get out of here. However,
Yeah.
wasn't it stated with Yuji so far being the only exception we've seen, the only way to get into a domain is to wasn't it just to open just open your own domain?
Well, when you're
inside
inside
of
a
it?
domain, that's the only
with
way to like
domain-
nullify one. What Yuji did was with domains, they're actually easy to break
made to
into
trap people
because there's no
inside.
sane reason for a person to go inside of a domain that's already there.
Yeah, cause like you'll have rules to stop people from getting out, but never any to stop people from getting
Because
in.
why the
But that's
fuck would
stupid.
someone go into your personal death zone?
Yeah. Today I will walk into self-embodiment of perfection.
Yeah, like there's no merit to it. So the outside barriers are weak. No,
Yeah,
I think
it's
what
maybe
they
more-
meant was
take-
why didn't Hanami use their domain earlier in the fight
Hmm.
as opposed to right by the end by the time when Gojo was like basically done breaking down the barrier.
Now, I had a funny thought.
I think
uh,
that's
quick one.
where my thing comes in. Like they can't use it on their own because to use the domain, they had to open the eye up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Holy
Like,
shit.
you know what?
Foundry has
you'll walk-
animated waterfalls for maps? That's nice.
You'll want us to go into Burger King, let's see.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's this black curtain blocking the door, and you have to break it down.
Mhm.
You can hear people inside Burger King, but there's this black wall stopping you from getting in.
Okay.
You know?
You have to
So you break
wonder,
it down.
why is it easy to get into Burger King? Why would you ever want to go into a Burger King?
That is
'Cause they have good
true.
burgers, that's why.
Yeah, it's easier to get in.
I remember Plague said one time he was comparing something to Baki, and I don't remember what it was. I get the impression Plague isn't interested in watching Baki. He said something was the difference between a Burger King and an Arby's, that being he would actually go inside a Burger King to take a piss.
Arby's has the meats. Ooh, what are you gonna do
We
there?
have the meats. They don't look particularly appealing, but we have them.
And if you want them, they're there.
Oh, Sunny
saw
says
somebody
Wu Clan
say that-
tradition look over there versus the Infinity. I don't know, that's a tough one.
That the oldest
Okay.
trick in the book.
Yeah, because that'll make
Anton Gurov says
Bojo-
you want to do the 24-hour stream when you're at 5k subs, but don't people die doing that? 24 hours without sleep does not kill people. Makes you pretty miserable. And
It's
I am going to
like-
be sleeping for part of it, but no, I'm not going to die
Yeah, but I'll
having
be here,
OBS
don't worry.
running for 24 hours.
72 hours is when you start getting into risky
Yeah, that's when you
areas.
start having issues.
Yeah, that's where you start having organ failure and stuff.
Yeah, that's bad, because then your brain is like, you are way too tired, I can't keep this shit up. Anyway, I'm bored, let's look up Florida Man stories.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
What's going
Yeah,
on
just
down
keep
here in
Frodo
America's
there.
penis? Florida man dies after being hit by 2 vehicles. Well, that's not funny.
Yikes.
I mean, they got reverse island. You know, they got meshed together.
None of these are funny.
Actually, hold on,
Damn.
wait. 2 cars, not just 1, 2. Wha-
It's like that one fucking Brad Pitt movie where he gets hit by one car and then is flying through the air only to get hit by another car. I think that was Brad Pitt. None of these are funny. What the fuck's going on? Okay, here we have one. 74-year-old Florida man on electric scooter. Wait, no, that's not funny either. What the fuck?
What happened
None of
to
these are funny. These are all
Florida
just
man,
fucked
man?
up. Wait,
that's
Florida
not what-
woman charged with felony after glitter thrown at man during argument. She looks very proud of herself.
I will be pretty proud of myself if I threw glitter at someone.
None of these are
got
funny.
arrested for it.
WFTV, what are the top 5 Florida man stories of the last year? Tell me. I want to know. Are they gonna play a video that I have to mute because I don't need fucking copyrighted audio in here? They are. Is this even a real news site? I feel like it's not. Florida man accused of jumping naked on neighbor's trampoline before breaking into home. Florida man is accused of jumping on a neighbor's trampoline while naked and later breaking into her home while still unclothed, authorities said. Adrian Lee Gonzalez Bradway, that is a very Florida name, 21, was arrested Wednesday and charged with burglary and criminal mischief with property damage of more than $200, according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office online booking records. Man jumps into Bass Pro Shop's fish tank in South Florida. Oh, a bunch of people did that. That's nothing crazy. Yeah, people
Alright,
videotaped it. Yeah?
As a Florida man, what do you think drives all these people to do these wacky things?
This is a fucking boring state. There's also various poor areas that have a lot of drug usage.
Yeah,
Combine
listen,
boredom
That
with
sounds
drug
like a lot of the
stories,
populated
also
states.
based on,
Well,
like,
I don't know.
numbers.
Florida may be some kind of fissure between dimensions. Florida man joyriding excavator likely caused neighborhood's power outage before Super Bowl. Some sports fans in South Florida were forced to find...
Americans love the Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
people must have really hated him.
Some sports fans in South Florida were forced to find another way to watch the Super Bowl when the power inexplicably went out to their neighborhood. A neighbor said a man randomly started operating an excavator that was parked on the street for a project and accidentally knocked down a power line, WPLG reported. The man then hopped out and rode off on a bicycle. Police are investigating. The power was restored for the game's second half. What? Florida man attempts to use women's underwear to comply with mask policy.
I think I saw that.
A Florida man said he was kicked off a United Airlines flight for using women's underwear as a face mask. Well, I suppose it
think he
would
was,
depend on the
doing something
material
else.
it's made out of. Adam Jean of Cape Coral told WFTX he believes the rule requiring to wear face masks on the plane is silly. Oh, he's an anti-masker. So he opted to follow the rule in a silly way. A passenger took a video of the incident on the plane and shared it with WFTX. In the video, you can see a flight attendant tell Jen, "You're going to have to come off the plane. We're not going to let you travel." She goes on to explain that he has to leave the plane because he's not in compliance with the airline's mask policy. Trash talking. Florida man captures alligator with a bin. Oh, I saw that. There was an alligator outside his house, and they didn't bother calling the cops. He just caught it. He just directed it into a trash can and then wheeled it over to the lake by his house.
I would have fought it.
I bet you would have. Florida man driving with clown
Yeah,
mannequin
there's
had
the
live
pussies
grenade
and
in
the
pickup.
crocodiles.
Ooh, what?
A Florida man who was driving with a clown mannequin is accused of having a live grenade in the back of his pickup, authorities said. Lewis Wyatt Branson, 65, of Palatka, was charged with driving with an expired license for more than 6 months, possession of drug paraphernalia, not surprising, possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammo by a convicted felon, not surprising, possession of marijuana and possession of cocaine, in addition to the original charges, according to Flagler County Sheriff's Office booking records.
You mentioning clowns made me remember something.
Yeah, he has a clown mannequin in his passenger seat.
Yeah. Did he not want to look lonely?
Maybe. Anyway, the rest of
Why
these
Yeah,
aren't
a
that
clown
interesting.
mannequin? Why not a regular mannequin if you didn't
Because it was around
want
Halloween, he wanted to be spooky.
That does remind me though of the 2016
Yeah,
Killer
that
Clown
makes
stuff.
Alan
That was
should have used
hilarious.
look over there and he would have won against Ryan. But Ryan did look over there, and
Yeah,
Alan hit it
exactly.
anyway, and it didn't work.
Ryan's immune to look. Oh,
He's
Ryan tried
immune to look over there.
He's too strong.
But Edward's not going to use it against him, so it doesn't mean much.
Hey, look over there.
Oh, you
Hey,
got
do
me.
you know
Fuck.
how to cheat death?
No!
Oh my god! If only Alma knew how to use Wu Clan technique look over there on karaoke.
Oh my god, it's such a when he shut it down, he's like, wait, he looks behind him. Wait a minute, this is a one-on-one match.
If you think about it, Yamashita technically used it on himself for when Alma was fighting Ryan. So presumably now Ryan developed immunity to look over there. That's why it didn't work when it happened during his fight with Alan.
Or,
It wasn't the complete technique. Yeah, there you go.
maybe it was, no, maybe Nico's Phantom used look over there. Who knows?
Oh yeah, of course.
First we
Boy,
have Poppy, now we have
some
Nico.
funny, wacky, quirky stuff happened recently involving my sister.
So,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I love crack.
No, not crack, but still something technically
Alcohol.
illegal. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
oh, that's
as I mentioned earlier on in the stream, my sister's birthday is tomorrow, and on Sunday, she wanted to go out and have a party with her friends. Now, my parents made no agreement with her to throw a party or something. My dad found out that she was planning on throwing a birthday party because last week one of her friends mentioned she was upset that she wasn't invited to her birthday party, and my dad was just like, "What party are you talking about?" So my sister
teenager.
just decided that she was going to go to some restaurant in Fort Lauderdale where the cheapest entree is like $25. And she was going to take like 4 or 5 of her friends with her. I'm thinking only like 4 because she could only fit 4 more people in the
How
car.
much for the cheapest entree?
$25?
Oh,
Like some chicken thing, it's $25.
yeah,
My sister, who's only
an
turning
entree,
17,
That is enough for like a main meal. That is not an entree.
you understand the entree is the main course.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of the
Alright.
appetizer.
I thought the
Yeah,
entree
no,
was,
if
like,
we're doing
$28
$25
for
appetizers,
main.
that's a completely different fucking
That's
animal.
ridiculous.
That's
Yeah,
how
that-
you know
I
you're
thought it
going
was
to like
the
a Michelin star place. Shit like that is $25. Um,
Yeah, I thought you meant like the appetizers.
Nah.
I always get that entree and appetizers mixed up.
right. So she just decides that they're gonna go there, and for some reason my dad relents and is like, okay, here's $200 because, oh right, yeah, and of course we're going to, I plan on going to this place where the cheapest entree is $25, and do you think I'm going to have my friends pay for themselves when they come to my birthday dinner? Fuck no. Of course not. So obviously she's going to have to pay for everyone's meals, and it's going to be several $100s. So my dad is like, for some reason, like he always does, fine, here's $200. She gets her
Your dad
$200.
sounds whipped to your sister.
He's just really bad at enforcing discipline. Like he's just really bad at being consistent with it. So she takes her $200 and she leaves in my dad's car with her friends to go off to dinner like half an hour, 45 minutes away. I don't know where in Fort Lauderdale it is. Oh boy, I technically just doxed myself. Now you know I live somewhere 30 to 45 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, you mentioned someplace going to a tea in the past. Oh, we've singled
Now
out
I
an
just
area.
need to take that information, find every picture you've taken, cross-reference them,
Yeah, of course.
get a grid going.
Yeah, that
will
was-
be found.
I'm guessing that with
I'm gonna put a
names
find.
and
I'm gonna
sit
take
you
a find.
down
I look
about
at the
your entire
reflection.
career on YouTube. Somebody could probably narrow down where you live.
Probably they could
They'd
get a
have to be
general
really fucking
radius
crazy.
idea of where I
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, we
Um,
could probably figure it out
Multiple things you've said.
and then find you on the street and then just say you've got it all wrong. and
If
walk
one of
away.
you walks up to me and says you've got it all wrong in person, it's gonna be like that fucking Rage comic with the dude stabbing the guy to death on the ground.
What?
That's a good way to go out. Yeah, that's how fine I'm dying now.
Someone find the stop having fun
Actually, I have that downloaded actually, cause
yeah,
of
yeah. Post that in text to speech.
Yeah, hold on, let me post that. Hold on, did I fucking delete it? Don't tell me
God,
that.
that rent-a-girlfriend thing will never not be funny.
God.
Bro, oh my goodness. The four horsemen thing you posted
The
was
four
hilarious.
horsemen of /A: Nugget Kaneki, Kaguya,
And then the
Last
Nugget Kaneki-
Chapter Aaron, and Agni.
Yeah, hold on, I have
Very
it
funny,
here,
that's
text
so
speech.
funny.
There.
Yeah, quit having fun.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm like that. It's all worth it to tell you that all.
So she leaves with her friends. Takes
Yeah.
$200, takes my dad's car, so he has no way to go out and get her if he needs to or anything. He can't leave the house. And for some reason, like, very shortly after she left, he was, like, looking in her room or something, I don't know. And under her bed, he finds 9 bottles and cans of various alcoholic substances. My 16-year-old, almost 17-year-old sister. A bunch
She's
of
mixing her
booze.
drinks. That's not a good
Mixing your
idea.
drinks. More bots. Get out of here.
Well,
fucking
let's
bot.
see. What's the age thing in America?
The drinking age in America is 21.
That's stupid.
I know, but it's still the drinking age.
Yeah, well, in America you can also go to war at 18, so.
Yeah, I know. That doesn't make it any less
Australia,
dumb.
If you're old enough to kill a man, basically.
Okay, Wave.
in
I don't
5 years
understand what
until
I don't care what your personal feelings on it are. I understand various people, and
No,
people do
that's-
underage drinking all the
that's
time.
feelings of everybody in Australia.
Yes,
If you're
I
able to
know,
go
but
to
it doesn't
war-
matter because that's what the law is.
We're aware. All of us are aware. Everyone has those feelings.
So now my dad has found that my sister has been drinking a bunch of fucking booze at some point in the past, and now he's just left. She's just left with his car, with $200 that he just gave her, after just telling him that she's going to be going out to dinner to some place for her birthday without really any kind of permission. And all he's able to do, other than, like, fucking scream at her through call and text, is just seethe inside the house because he can't go anywhere.
Hey, how do I get that app that makes the whip sound?
Oh, God.
Sound.
What's is she still gone?
Who?
Your sister. Did she go back?
Yeah, it's not like she was going to a fucking hotel or something.
It was just
What
out
did
to
She was
dinner.
just out for dinner. And then she came back, and then apparently was, like, fucking sobbing her eyes out in her room or some shit, because no one else was allowed to come into the house, so, like, her friend was talking to her through her window. And my sister's having this guy coming from out of state who's supposed to be here tomorrow, but apparently he's being allowed to come over or something. I don't fucking know. Once again, my dad not being very consistent with discipline. I think that's why she does whatever she wants, because she knows any punishments aren't really gonna last.
You know, your sister sounds like quite the jobber.
She's a real pain in the ass.
Oh, that's a low blow.
That's pretty low blow, Neve.
Yeah, come on.
Like-
I got a sister, she's a pain in the ass.
Lots of people's siblings are pains in the asses. I've never particularly gotten along with her. I don't think we know each other particularly well, and I think that's just because our personalities are pretty diametrically opposed to each other. We're basically polar opposites. And you know what? That's okay. Just because you're related to someone doesn't mean you're going to get along with them. You're not required to get along with all the people you're related to.
Yeah. Well, me and my sister are polar opposites. We still get along well.
Well, not everyone's
Fine.
U-Wave.
Because 70.
There's a certain
We do
like,
argue quite a bit, but we still get along.
there's a certain, I guess. I mean, not everybody gets along. You could be similar and you could still not get along. That's just how shit goes.
Yeah, I understand people don't always understand each other and families. Like, I get that. And siblings and all that. I get that.
The real shit in Misc stream.
Real
Laughing right now.
Real shit
Yeah.
in the Misc miscast. Well, this is miscast. Misc Streams.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're
miscast.
practically miscast. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Miss, you know
All
that
of
shirt
them
I
is
posted
characters.
earlier?
Fucking
With the
miscellaneous
fucking-
miscast.
I
the,
fucking paused my anime to be here.
Yeah, what if Eddie
If my
puts that
employer
on
came
when
with
he's
that
reading
on,
it?
I would leave.
Now, what would
I'm
you do if Eddie
detonating-
put that on when he was walking out
I'm
the door?
detonating this before I plant it at their home.
I would laugh like
The
Roger.
kids' daycare.
If
I
Eddie
know,
puts
Eddie
that
fuck-
on when he leaves Purgatory Stadium, I would laugh like fucking Roger. You would be
I
able to
thought
do
you
an
were talking
edit of
about, like,
Roger
American
saying
Dad.
he laughed. And it's me.
I thought you were talking about American Dad, bro.
No, I'm talking
like-
about One Piece.
Like, look, Eddie's not gonna,
What?
you know, walk around with his shirt off. Because, you know, he's ripped that thing off. That thing's ruined, it's burnt. He's got to have a backup in his
The
pocket.
dude very clearly has an entire closet full of fucking leopard print.
Can we get a Forcoma about that? He's like, it's like he opens a closet, it's all the same shirt.
It's all the same shirt. I wonder if we'll get one like that for Lolong too, where it's all just wife beaters.
I wonder if we'll get Forcomas again.
I hope.
Hopefully.
Or unless
You're
we are
right.
getting them and they're just not getting translated.
Oh. Pain. Just pain.
Right,
I'm
what
wondering,
were we
is there
talking
a
about
bonus
before?
chapter for every volume of Kengan?
That or I guess it's the .5s. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
They
wondering
have a
how many
bonus
actual chapters Griever's gonna be reading through, because I don't remember how many like volume bonus chapters there are.
Oh, we should probably tell him to, like, put the bonuses off until once the fights are finished. Or
No,
before the fights
No, no,
start.
no. You should keep reading them while the series is still going on.
No, that's not what I meant. Like, mid-fight, you shouldn't read them, is what I mean.
Hmm.
no,
Like,
with
say
me in
you're-
the middle of a fight, you should totally read the what do you say, Kengan vs Street Fighter crossover.
Now, like, let's say he's reading Saki vs. Kyozan, right? You know, is he gonna want to stop mid-fight while Saki's giving his
I
magnificent
don't think
speech?
Kengan defeat like Street Fighter characters.
That was a crossover that happened.
You know
Like,
there's
yeah,
an
do you think
actual Kengan
he
Street
was
Fighter crossover chapter.
gonna want to stop reading Saki vs. Kyozan to read, oh, hey, Gaolang, how far can you piss?
I want to read that. Are you kidding me?
I want to read that.
He'd be like, well, to see if you want to get distance, you need to go at the optimal 45-degree angle.
Gaolang, how far can you piss? Farther than Hatsumi? Well, that depends.
Well, that depends if I'm in my peak pissing condition.
Do you guys know that fucking Twitter thread of guys arguing who is the real throat goat, Trump or Biden? And you had like you had these guys, you had like a Trump supporter saying like fucking full-throated Trump is the throat goat. Imagine something like that, but with fucking Gaolang versus Hatsumi people talking about who can piss farther.
Okay,
That
read
just-
that thread.
I just.
What we should just do now is we should take the fucking Gaolang versus Hatsumi stuff and just do it into shit like who gives better head.
Carol.
I think that would
Yeah,
be great.
he's
That'd
there
be
too.
Gaolang or
I mean-
Hatsumi. Who gives the best
Well,
head?
If we're looking at it like that, Hatsune, you know, he's been around the block more, you know,
Yeah,
in general.
definitely.
While Gaolang, he's really just been the personal lapdog of one man his entire life. So
Well,
he
look,
probably knows how
no.
to give the greatest head for that one specific person.
Stopping too.
And now, alternatively, Gaolang is really good at headbutting people because he does Muay Thai.
Oh yeah, too. Actually, you know that fight was actually a three-way fight, but we never saw the third fighter because of the camera angles.
Really? Just like Oma versus Roland.
Yeah.
Hey Roland, he fucking trips him up. Roland, these nuts.
Oh, they fucking love Kangen.
Earth Scraper, these nuts.
Nut Striker. You know, that's actually the real secret technique of Tree Clan, right? You know, you take your fingernails, right? And you go for their opponent's crotch.
I still appreciate that now everyone else is doing Kure techniques, but we don't need to be told they're Kure techniques, we just recognize them. It's definitely not that Sandra just had Ryan do basic shit and then slap technique names on it and then forget about them.
Oh, my heart slam.
Oh, it's
Like, that was the
Oh,
exact
fuck.
same way.
I will never.
I'm actually. Quit biting me.
I know.
Wave, are you being attacked by Australian wildlife?
No, my cat.
Ah, so Australian wildlife.
Australian wildlife.
Australian domesticated life.
There you go.
Well, yes, I'm being attacked by Australian wildlife then.
I'm guessing it's like
Trying
a
to pat it and get it away from
Yeah,
me.
remember, public anime fans, don't wear the fucking Ahegao hoodies. You should be shot on sight if you wear those in public.
I
My
agree.
thing used to wear them.
Like,
Why is
you have
KFC
to buy
fucking...
one, if at all.
KFC Espanol is run by weebs. They understand the appeal to the Latino anime community.
Man.
They are
Yeah, you
trying
tramp that.
to, you know, advertise to them very hard.
I swear, if I see somebody like with one of those cars with like a bunch of fucking anime stickers and shit, I'm slashing their tires.
Yeah.
You of anything. You're doing a service to your country.
Fun fact,
We
it's okay
find
to
the
assault people if they have an Ahegao hoodie.
Yeah, you can kill them. It's fine. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah.
Oh, this fucking TikTok comment. This kid looks like fucking late 2000s Justin Bieber. I don't know how to explain it, but you just look like 2008.
Oh, I'm working on
Bro,
image, hold on.
fucking, a lot of videos don't end up funny, but it's fucking TikTok comments that make things funny.
I gotta get a TikTok.
Yeah.
I gotta start watching shit on TikTok.
Me
There you
too,
go.
maybe.
My side of TikTok is kind of funny.
You get that?
It's a lot of anime and manga shit, which I fuck with, and then there's a lot of like random funny shit.
What's gonna be Misc Talk or something?
I want to see that miscellaneous TikTok. Make a TikTok account for your YouTube channel, Misc. I'm not even like joking about that. Apparently, like a lot of people get popular off TikTok, so if you can do some decent editing on some TikTok videos and put them out there, then you might increase your popularity.
Misc doing editing?
That
No way.
doesn't always track,
I mean,
but
a lot of
sometimes it
people.
does.
I've seen a lot of people gain success off of.
Yeah, but it doesn't always add to your YouTube channel. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just
Yeah, I get that, but in general, like a lot of popularity can come from it, even if it's not in YouTube. Like, you're still getting an audience from somewhere, so it's good enough.
yeah.
So
There we
maybe
go,
consider that,
perfect.
Misc.
Maybe.
Get into the thought.
What I am thinking I'm
Okay,
going to
so-
do now is end the stream because I've kind of run out of shit to talk about, and I'm kind of
Damn,
tired and
that's
want to do
fucked
other
up.
stuff. Ooh, yeah, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? Not really.
Yeah.
We're about 2.5 hours. in,
Wanting
I'm
to
not-
do other things.
Oh my god, wanting to do other things? Oh, OBS
Very
Studios
fun.
reconnected. If it disconnects again, I'm just gonna end the stream. I don't give a shit.
We're like, whoa, what a sudden end. It's
This
like,
is
well,
literally the best possible time for it to start fucking
well,
up.
look, Sun Eater finally joined the server.
Yeah, I know he did. Only took him like 8 months. Good job.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Let's give him a
Please kill yourself. I like how
Yeah.
one of you guys from the server took that out of context to try and cancel me, and then I just immediately sent the messages from band that preceded it, and you were all like, "Oh."
Whoa.
I enjoy accusing people with the messages they send.
I
in the
know
server.
you do. You seem to really enjoy doing that,
That's
even to
just
the
why I'm
point of
not in the
editing the
server.
photos.
It's easy.
Yeah, me neither.
You guys can try to catch me, but I'll just openly
there's other
admit to
reasons
everything that you
for-
accuse me of.
No, what you're gonna do, we don't have to accuse you of shit. You just have to slip up one day and we can get you the hell out of here.
Yeah, because you have 2 warnings, remember?
Yeah, don't forget it. You and, who else has 2 warnings?
Seth.
Seth.
Oh,
Seth has never
Trigger
Seth.
warnings?
Seth, who kept forgetting
No.
that he's on the server. And both of his warnings are for the same thing.
Like,
And
at
there's
least-
me, no warnings, easy. I'm peak.
Peak.
And Fuse has been banned
Power.
like 3 times or something. But
Fuse
no
has only been
warning.
banned once as a joke.
Yeah.
Because he was
Huh.
annoying me. So I decided to ban him for a joke, and then I told him I banned you as a joke. And then we pretended for 3 days that it was serious. So that he could return and switch his username and profile picture to Jesus Christ.
I'm a better man now. I've learned from my ban.
Speaking of Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
yeah.
go and watch my video about the boxer if you haven't already. Or, you know, fucking read the boxer and then watch my video.
What?
Yeah. I'll do
Don't
that.
worry, you'll get
I
it
didn't
in
know.
time. I knew that was a hook. I know that got you. You better start reading tonight.
You can't just drop out of nowhere.
You will get it in due time. You'll get it even sooner if you start reading.
Oh. Fine. You win.
There we go.
And this
I want to be
no.
seeing those reactions in a thread or something.
Ah,
Oh,
fine.
no, you gotta make a thread.
You gotta have a thread. I want
Fine.
to watch it in real time.
Fine.
And then I want to be able to catch up on like 100 messages when I wake up in the morning because you're in fucking Scotland.
Yeah, well, right.
Alright, anyway. Thank you everyone who joined the stream. Thank you everyone who watched. Rad, is your name still fucking, yeah, Shugen the Third Coming, but this is a stream, so you don't really care.
Yeah.
No,
his
he
name's
brought up, he's like, you
honorable.
sure you should bring up Steven when his name literally coming is showing up for the
On the
past
screen?
multiple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably change that before I hop in here. I'm
Good,
not gonna lie.
yeah, good idea.
Yeah, seems smart.
Oh, right, I like your video.
Good, good job. Now go read the webtoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are you?
Misc, I just liked your video.
Thank
and you
you.
had 24 likes.
Now go read the webtoon. Do it. Go read the
will.
webtoon.
Don't push me, otherwise I won't read it.
Alright. Sheesh.
Sheesh, wow. That's so hip and cool of you, miss.
Anyway, later everyone. Until tomorrow for Kengan. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Damn.
How much monies are NFTs?
I don't
They
know.
can range